Yeah, so I hope it's not as difficult as it was freaking last stream, because that sucked.
Fire Emblem, engage.
Like the fact that I'm on normal and like I literally grinded before too, and yeah, I almost like lose these. Like it's insane. I actually have lost these at some points. I will start off with the Paralogs, which I believe Byleth and Corians are back to back, so... Yeah, because I think I was thinking about doing Byleth last stream, but Corian and Byleth are back to back, and I was like, that just makes more sense than to do Ike and Byleth. So yeah. Nope, fast travel. That's... Yeah, wait, hang on. Sacred Tomb. The thing is, these are gonna be freaking easy, but like... And I'm hoping I can get a few levels out of this, but I don't think they're gonna get very many, or like, any experience, so I don't know.
What is that? In the back there. Is that a throne?
This resembles the Holy Tomb. That's a place from my world.
What is the Holy Tomb?
It's where the goddess Sothis sleeps. For the Church of Seiros, this is the holiest place of all. To ensure the safety of the tomb, a monastery was built atop it.
Okay, so why is it here?
Only a very few know the legend of Saint Seiros in the Holy Tomb. Saint Seiros received power and revelation from the goddess, and with it, a sacred duty. She was to save the people of Fodlan, and use her power wisely in order to lead them. Perhaps it's inevitable that we'd be guided here.
Why do you say that?
If the bond between us is to further strengthen, then you must face a trial here.
I see. And you want me to fight you, Byleth?
Show me whether you can wisely use the power you've gained on your journey so far.
Understood.
In your eyes, I see no hesitation. Good. Ready yourself.
I'm ready, and I won't hold anything back.
I feel like the game might be a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a notch. Because I'm worried that it might be a little too loud that you could barely hear me. So I'll just turn it down just a bit. Ugh. By the way, I'm not sick. This is usually what happens after I eat. I just freaking cough a bunch. Hey, monsters. That's great. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, this is where Byleth also gets the Sword of the Creator, isn't it? I might be right in that initial one, though, where it's where, like, Edelgard is revealed to be the Flame Emperor. I can't remember, though. I probably should give Valeera something. What do you need? Try defense. Use defense. Yeah, Edelgard does. Sure.
To win the fight, keep your eyes wide. Always know where your enemies are.
What are those things scattered around the battlefield?
Those are my targets, and I will destroy them. Unless you can prevent me from doing so.
I'll
Oh,
guard them well.
goody. Goody. That's freaking great now, isn't it? I'm a huge fan of that. Hey, do you have a wind spell? Yeah, you do. Okay. Also, how did these people have daggers when there weren't even daggers in Three Houses? I will say it is neat that they do like the... These guys also have a revive stone. It is neat that they remix a bunch of songs from the game they're from.
How do I look?
This guy's dead.
Looks like I win.
Yeah, so I need to be like 10, like level 10 is what it said. So I'm gonna try and do that, but it probably won't happen. Oh yeah, I think did I make Erica Fogato? Did I do that on stream? I'm not sure if I did or not, but I did that. Filling's 8. Lear's 8.
Devoted to you. I will atone.
I mean, I don't know how it is for Yunaka, like how her levels work. Because, yeah, she can kind of go past it. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, she doesn't do extra damage with Corrin. Oh, come on, it was a 12 crit. Hey, Diamant's the average level.
Fight for peace.
You know what, he'll be fine. It's not like he'll get annihilated by the magic
Tell
or
me
anything.
where.
I'm prepared.
Here goes.
Alright. Oh, and they go after him too. Okay. Well, I guess on the bright side, that will help me with levels, since they won't attack him at all. That'll make it a little easier.
I'll help.
Yeah, I also was gonna give a Seraphim and a Draco Shield to Hortensia, one of the two, and I found out I have neither of those. So that was great to find out.
Me first.
Oh, this remix sounds pretty great, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, shred that guitar, dude. Heck yeah. Punch him.
This is it. I am guided by the emblems.
I'm probably gonna love Fate, like Corrin's then. Because the Fate soundtrack's just so good, man. So I'm probably gonna just... It's gonna be a freaking... the happiest day of my life. Alright, let's get this out of here. And to be fair, if I say get this thing, it's not an insult, because it's literally a thing. Like, I don't... Oh yeah, I think I gave Alfred a Brave Lance. Yeah. That's something that happened. And I also saw Alfred's, like, win animation with a sword for, like, the first time. Because I might just have never seen it. Maybe I did once, but...
Another kill for me.
Oh, come on. It's weird, it's like, oh, you gotta break these crystals. Because it's like... I don't remember that being, like, a thing in Three Houses at all. Oh, we gotta save these crystals. I don't remember that. 83. Of course it misses. I freaking knew it would. 80% might as well be a 50%. At least I got experience for that. Yeah, you have an Armor Slayer. Bam. Oh, that one-shots him too. Heck yeah. And that somehow doesn't break him. And you hit a 26.
I won't let this go to my head.
God dang it. I also thought Lapis would get more than that. Oh yeah, I have a lot of bonds too. Shoot, I didn't do that. I should've... And supports. I'm dumb. I should've... I'm real dumb. I mean, assuming they're still effective against, like, flyers, they're gonna go after the flyers. Or like if they can one-shot someone, they'll one-shot them. They'll take the one-shot. Hey, I don't think... Alfred doesn't have anything to deal with armored units. Tiamat does, though. And he's dead.
Remember this.
Oops. I'm used to Fire Emblem games where you could just walk into them and they would attack. Which is weird because I'm like
Was that too
25
much?
missions in. Don't question it. I like Yunaka's level ups are actually really really good compared to everybody else's.
Unforgivable.
Maybe gets 2 experience for getting kills now. Very useful.
I'll help.
Oh yeah, the Celica's ability, right? I was like, why is she gonna take a damage? Celica. That's right. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, you can't one-shot him.
No! Oh no!
Oh no.
What a workout!
I should live. Oh no. Alright, yeah, that's a bit excessive on the amount of damage you do there, bud.
Here.
We one-shots now.
We have you all to thank for this.
Yeah, I just want my main guys to be enough of a level. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
They're strong.
That by that, Lapis, of course you mean one person. Yeah, I don't think they've actually gotten any crystals, and I don't think the emblems can move until you've attacked them, or they can attack you. That's actually good for Ivy because she wouldn't
Is it
get
my
any
turn?
experience otherwise. I don't think I've used any bond fragments. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there. Yeah, see if I can draw out these bow guys. Oh no, 4 damage. Oh no, 4 damage. Okay, well that hits a little bit more. What the frick, man? Okay, that does a lot. Yeah, I would think Lapis would have more defense than that, but I guess not. Hey, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Yeah, only break him and then... I'll break his fighting stance and then I'll break him. Oh, that was a great level up. Good job, Belir. You did it. Oh, this one shot's sweet.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, just do that.
Me first.
I think I gave Saline a talisman. I can't remember though. I do know I used some of those permanent items, and I don't remember who I gave them to. But it was a long thing. That's for sure. It was a long process. I think I gave Ivy a goddess icon. Because her luck's not
I can
great.
keep going.
I That's the main one I can remember. I think I just basically gave it to, like, out of the people I used who had the lowest in that
You
stat.
put up a good fight.
So I think I gave Demon actually a secret book. I'm pretty sure I did that. I have to get rid of one of these guys, because they're just going to be a problem if I don't.
You were a good
So I
fighter.
think one of them has like a beast killer or something like that. Seems like it. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just one-shot him.
I'll help.
Nope.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I could really like Ryoma. It's just like does a decent amount of damage at a range and also freaking just dodges everything. Although Ryoma's dodge was actually higher. But to be fair, that was also I'm comparing to the end of game Ryoma. Which probably isn't fair. Oh, Bocado can't reach. You actually probably can if I go there, right? I think so. So I'll just put him there. Yep, he can reach. Oh, that's not a one-shot though? Alright. That man's really shredding on the guitar. I'm gonna get everybody up and then we can go from there. I don't think that's Fodlan Winds, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not. Actually, no, I think it is. It's like a calm version of Fodlan Wind. Oh, he's been warped. That guy's been warped.
Be mindful.
And then Psychic. God dang it. Oh, they warped literally at Fogado. That's freaking great. I'm glad they freaking warped to the guy with a bow. They didn't attack him though, so at least there's that. Let me take one of his health bars out.
I'd rather be friends.
Let's go.
Yep, just equip that armor slayer there, Tiamat. And then poison this guy. I should give Ivy a wind spell. Sure, that'd come in handy. Like there, it wouldn't matter too much because Volcano attack twice, but I feel like it'd be nice. Also, let's get a healer out of here. That'd be a good idea. Although I think Byleth's gonna get rid of Alfred here, so Alfred probably doesn't got much time left. Surge. Oh, sick, dude. I'm glad the weapons they give are, like, useless.
I'm unbeatable.
I probably should try and equip something first, but whatever. Oh yeah, his thing is Goddess Dance, yeah. I was worried that he was gonna just use a move with everybody stacked up, but yeah, no, he has Goddess Dance. He doesn't have like an offensive move. Oh, come on. Ow. Screw you, dude. I'm gonna hit a 25, isn't he? Okay, thank God. I was expecting it.
Yunaka here.
I'm gonna get rid of this guy.
unbeatable for me.
I can still gain a decent amount of experience, so I think she's like not like extremely overloaded like Ivy is.
Remember this.
Man, that does a lot of damage. Oh, maybe I should... Yeah, I think I actually forgot I could have gotten him with that one health bar. I should have done that probably. I didn't think to do that. Those crystals probably gone. This is a killer bow.
No escape.
There we go. It finally works. Jesus. Going with the killer bow and hoping for a crit finally works. Bam. Bam.
For Lucia.
Is this the song they usually played? Game bosses? I can't remember.
Wither and fall. I win this one.
You would think I would remember this kind of stuff because I literally played Three Houses like a few months ago, but
I'll do it.
I don't. Bowser's probably mainly gonna go after the crystals, when I think about it. Or not. Oh, he went for the one shot. You know what? That makes sense. I didn't think about that, but that makes sense. Got him. I think it can take another hit, right? Yep, it can. Okay. Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Depending on the wielder, power can be used for good or evil with equal ease. That's why the heart of the one controlling the power is important.
The heart. That would mean my heart determines how the power is used. All right, Byleth. I'm ready.
I'll help.
Bam. Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about
Not
that, but
afraid anymore.
it's nice to have the guaranteed, you know? Also, he did not give as much as I thought he would. Alfred, how much do you do to him? Oh, you might break him, actually. Yeah, you do. Let's just do that, then.
Me first.
I have nothing left to teach.
Hey, Alfred got a level up. I wish I got a Draco shield though, or like physical defense. That would have been great, because I feel like my team already has great resistance. I don't need any more resistance, man. I also protected all the crystals, like, I would think I'd get more than that.
I managed to win. Somehow.
Well done. Your fighting was magnificent. The trial is past.
I learned so much battling you.
Thank you. But your skills were quite strong even before we met.
Still, you've taught me so many things. You're an excellent teacher, Byleth.
And that's kind of you to say, though it helps that you have such raw skill already. All I need do is listen and give a little nudge to those embarking on a path. Your success here is the direct result of all the choices you've made before today.
I've always understood that one choice leads to another, but I'm worried what might happen if I ever make the wrong choice.
You needn't worry at all. By passing this trial, you've shown the truth of who you are,
I feel like this would have worked better with Corrin, because isn't that the whole point?
and you have your allies to set you right. Should you ever begin to stray.
I feel like this is what Corrin should have said.
Remember, I will always be by your side as well. To the very end.
I mean, he gets a choice in
Thank you. I'll continue on my path, trusting my allies to help me along the way.
the Black Eagles path he chooses, but like, that's the only one. The whole game of Fates is based around choosing.
You've clearly learned all you need to here. Shall we continue on our journey?
Alright, and then I'm gonna do Corins. Yeah, I should probably say the modern games with like modern Avatar games is probably how I should phrase it. Instead of just modern games, because I keep forgetting about Echoes, and that didn't have avatars. So I feel like if I just say modern games, like people are gonna think Echoes, and I should say modern Avatar games, and not the movie series, because I'm talking about Fire Emblem. And also, I think there's only one, and it's not even out yet, I think. Bond conversation are available. Right, I gotta do those. I forgot. I also have a lot of supports too, so we should probably do those. I'm gonna do the bonds first though, since those are probably honestly more important.
The fighting won't let up anytime soon. If it gets too much for you, you can lean on me.
Thank you. I should count myself lucky to have so many friends looking out for me.
Bam. Yeah, Mom, Nike.
You use some impressive sword techniques, Ike. Would you be willing to teach me?
I learned them from my father. I can teach them to you, but they'll be hard to master.
Yeah, just like how all these bonds are literally just one dialogue. You're not going Corrin.
Gotta say, Corrin, I get a little starry-eyed hanging around with you.
Oh? You seem to be keeping your composure well enough, but I'm flattered nonetheless.
Also, yeah, I feel like that could mean a lot of different ways. Or taken. What? Okay, whatever. Forget about Erica.
I admit, Erica, I had no idea you were so strong. I guess looks can be deceiving, huh?
My brother has trained me well. As for you, it seems you are just as friendly as you appear.
Skill inheritance. I think this is the last one, Alfred and Sigurd.
My sister thought me reckless for bolting into battle for the sake of my friends. What say you?
My sister's always calling me a barbarian for the same reason. A good jog puts it behind me.
You really answered that question, Alfred. It's a Okay, I didn't. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep giving that to someone else. Stanley and Silica, who I'm not even using anymore as a pairing.
Today's tea smells captivating. Where is it from?
A farming village known for its single origin tea. It's a favorite of mine, so I'm pleased you like it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give that Brave Lance to someone else. Support. Alir has a lot. Alir and Yunaka.
What can this humble liar do for you, Divine One?
I'd like to have a talk, that's all.
I understand. And I'm prepared to accept whatever punishment you have in mind.
Punishment? No! I wanted you to know how grateful I've been to have you by my side.
Wait, what?
That's how I feel. You fight hard every day to protect our allies. There's absolutely no reason to punish you. In hindsight, I think the only reason you lied is that we don't know each other very well yet. So, let's change that. Why don't you start by telling me something about yourself, Yunaka?
Way to put me on the spot.
If you don't want to, then I won't pry. Simple as that.
Okay. Before I joined up with you, I was sort of just wandering, looking for my place in the world. I'd left my old self behind me. Wanted to think I had, at least.
You don't sound very fond of your old self.
Oh, I like her well enough. Others, though, not so much. That's why she had to go. But I like who I am now. And honestly, I've been having so much fun since we met.
I'm glad to hear that. Good talk, Yunaka. I think we should do it again sometime. What do you say?
You got yourself a deal.
God dang it, who says let's do it again? Let's do this again. Sometimes a Wii Fit trainer. Because that's literally as soon as I thought it was the freaking line. Let's do this again sometime. I think it was Wii Fit trainer. Hortensia.
Hey, Divine One! What do you think of me this time? I went out of my way to be extra super cute. So, are you ready to concede defeat and admit that you're completely charmed?
You certainly are cute, and I'm sure you put in a lot of work for it, but I told you before that cuteness doesn't affect how I treat people. Why are you fixated on this?
I didn't want to bring it up, but okay. My mother was one of the king's mistresses. She suffered a lot of backstabbing in the court. I never saw her upset, though. She took every insult with a poised and graceful smile. That smile secured her place in court. It even won the king's wife over. That's how I know charm has a power all its own. And I'm gonna use mine the same way.
I understand. But can I ask you something? Do you think maybe your mother had more than just her own survival in mind?
What do you mean?
Maybe she did all of that in part so you could learn to survive the court as well. She must have known she couldn't always be there for you. She'd want you to learn from her. To me, that is real charm. What we do to help the ones we love.
Mother, I never realized.
Yay, deep stuff. Mara.
Grilled and ready to go! This meat is so yummy, it's gonna make your taste buds dance.
Wow, that seems like a lot of meat for the two of us.
Oh no, this one's for me. I was going to do yours next.
What? How do you eat that much?
Oh, you know, open my mouth, bite, chew. I won't bore you with all the details.
Wow. You're really something, Tamara.
That's true! I'm really something! I'm the Crown Princess of Solm! And I'm wearing lots of priceless jewels!
Shh, please keep your voice down. I've heard that this area isn't very safe.
You can say that again. It's absolutely crawling with bandits. That's why I'm out here like a nice, tempting hunk of lamb on a spit.
Wait a minute. That was your plan? To use yourself as bait?
It worked, didn't it? Look, those bruisers have had their eye on us since we got here.
It looks like they're getting ready for an ambush.
Not if we pounce on them first. Come on. This ought to be a piece of cake for you and me.
All right. But, you know, a little heads up would have been nice.
Strategic. Oh yeah, I think Tamara has a lot too. And Yunaka.
Fun, fun, fun for all to see. Gonna sing, 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 and go shopping. Can't wait to see all the folks out there and dance and shake my hair, hair, hair.
Hello, Princess Tamara. Sounds like you're having fun.
What tipped you off? I'm actually headed into town.
All by yourself? No guards or escorts?
Yeah, going incognito. You know, you're more than welcome to come with.
Thank you, but I'll pass. I was about to start my daily training regimen.
Aw, that's a shame. Would have been fun to hang with Princey D, but he's busy training his body.
I don't mean to meddle in the affairs of other royals, but if you have time to sing and dance your way through town, you should have time for training.
I don't see those things as mutually exclusive. Besides, spending time with real people, it makes me a better princess.
What does she mean, real people?
Just like training makes you a better prince. See where I'm coming from?
I don't know what you mean by real people.
I don't think I do. I train to grow stronger so I can better protect my people.
Then we're one and the same. I hang out with folks in town so I can protect them. After all, can't keep someone safe if you don't know who they are.
I see. That's an interesting perspective. I'll have to think that one over while I train.
I feel like how he said that. You should have looked at the camera while he said it. Yeah, Yunaka's got 2. I think he's actually the last 2.
Hey, Yunaka. I'm headed to a party right now. You want to come along?
Party? Why?
Ah, not feeling it, huh? You're always in such high spirits. I thought you'd be game. But hey, no worries. I'll see you when I have some other business. Take care.
He came at me so fast, I forgot to put my act on. I better fix this fast. He'll expose the real me if I don't. Hey, Fogato!
What's up?
Zappy! I was totally yanking your bowstring. I love raucous carousing in enclosed spaces.
You sure you're not forcing yourself?
Don't be ridiculous! Parties are fun! I love fun! Take me to the parties! Every single one! All of them!
Ah, so I had you pegged right. Good. Knew we'd get along. In that case, come on. Let's head to the party. Play hard or don't play at all, am I right?
Dang right!
Golden Mary. This will be an interesting one.
It's a wonderful day for laundry. Wash, rinse, dry, starch, fold. Every step with precision and grace.
Look at you enjoying your chores. Is that even allowed?
I should hope so. I love laundry. Care to join me?
Me? I'll pass.
Are you sure? You might discover that washing clothes on a sunny day is refreshing and restorative. Keeping neat and clean won't exactly lose you any friends either.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Or maybe you've got something hidden among your unmentionables and don't want me to see.
What? Gross, no.
I suppose I'll take your word for it.
I didn't know what she meant by unmentionables until Yunaka said that. Nice.
Look, it's just better if I decline. Sorry.
Why is that?
It just is. I'd rather not get into why. Actually, I'd better go. See you around.
I wonder what that was about.
Alright, now this shall be done. Yep, alright, cool. Now I'm gonna have to give someone else a birth lance. Who can use lances? Tamara can. And Tamara might actually need it, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, Goldmary can too, right? Forgot that she uses lances. I actually... Nah, I'll give it to Tamara. I think Tamara probably needs it more. And alright. Swap. Someone's gonna get this Worm Slayer. Oh, actually, yeah, Alfred can use it. That works out. Alright, now to go over to Goran's thing. Yep. This is at the beginning of the game where Corrin has to choose which path she wants to take. He or she wants to take.
Is this? No, it's not. And yet, the similarities.
What's the matter, Corrin?
This place looks very much like where my fate branched. I had 3 options that day. My decision meant abandoning 2 of my possible fates.
What do you mean?
In my world, there are 2 opposing kingdoms, Hoshido and Nor.
I always pronounce it Hoshido. I mean, it's Hoshido.
I was born in Hoshido, but spent my childhood in Nor.
Having ties on both sides of a conflict. That would be a hard way to live your life.
Indeed. This is where Hoshido and Nor faced off, and I had to choose which country to back.
Or neither.
I had family and friends in Hoshido and in Nor. I didn't want to abandon any of them. But as hard as it was, I had to make a decision. Hoshido or Nor. Maybe neither, and I would fight alone. There was no obvious answer.
I don't know how I'd make such a big choice.
I do, you just say neither. Because honestly, I like Revelation the most.
It's possible a significant one still awaits me at some point on our journey.
You've already decided to face the Fell Dragon and save the world. I'd call that a big choice.
Compared to what you've gone through, Corrin, probably not.
Now let's see if your choice was a worthy one. Face me in combat. The results will inform my next choice. Surely our bonds will grow stronger.
I understand. The paths we've each chosen. I'm excited to find out what lies beyond the point where our fates meet.
I'm gonna be honest, I think him deciding to take the Fell Dragon was kind of decided for him. Corrin had to choose what she wanted to do herself. And it could actually be different. I still think Corrin's decision is probably difficult. Yep. Ooh, I can't wait for some Fates remixes. There's a lot of bows. There's Corrin. Oh, this would have been the best time for him to bring a... Oh yeah, Swordmaster. Wyvern. Oh yeah, they actually kind of did pretty well with like what they had available to them. Because this is supposed to be a Troubadour. Because yeah, this is supposed to be Camilla, this is supposed to be Elise, Leo, and Xander. That's neat. This is Hanoka, Takumi, Ryoma, and friggin' Sakura. That's neat. I mean, now Camilla's in the game. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like would not have been the first choice for a Fates character. I feel like it should have been like Xander or Ryoma, but... Or even, you know, Azura. That'd probably make sense. Maybe they just couldn't get like the voice actors or something, like, I don't know. Also, yeah, you should have Byleth back. Here.
Byleth!
And then Yunaka... I don't know. Inigo is in Fate, just give... you can have Inigo, sure, why not? Oh, there's less people for this one. I guess that makes sense. Let's do it.
Are you ready? Then let's begin.
Corrin can alter the terrain. I can't get caught unaware by her changes.
But there's no dragon veins. And that's not fair. There ain't no dragon veins on the map.
I will obey.
Oh, we're already off to a great start in the music. Oh, is this a remix of End of All? Dang, I didn't think it'd start there.
I'm ready.
Oops.
I can handle it.
I'm at 100%.
Whatever you need.
Okay, this map's structured kind of annoying though, because I don't remember this bridge being broken.
I'm happy to help.
Got it.
Oh, come on. He can bang it.
I'll manage.
Oh yes, remix of Field Battle. Thank you.
I'll help.
Oh dude, I'm all about this remix. Heck yeah. I will be adding this to my video game song playlist immediately after this. Because god, this is great.
Me first.
Nice.
I also didn't mark the guy who had bows and whatnot. I probably should have done that. There wasn't a wind spell in Fates. There was one wind spell. Why do you have a wind spell? That's not fair. Come on. Also, you better have the Yato Korin. I'd be disappointed if you don't. There we go. I gotta watch out for Takumi. And yeah, Leo doesn't know Wind Spell as he should. Because they literally didn't. I don't know why they gave that random mage a freaking Wind Spell. There's like Excalibur and that was basically it.
No apologies.
Nothing left of you.
Dude, they brought back Shigure, that'd be great. Because, I mean, they did bring back Matt Mercer for Chrom. But I doubt they'd make the same, like, voice actor basically have two characters. I mean, unless they were, like, really important. Like, maybe Ryoma could also come back. But I would expect Xander more since Ryoma's already voiced by Matt Mercer. I mean, maybe that's just like a dumb way of thinking about it, but I don't know. Or maybe there won't even be more emblems, who knows? I mean, if that's the case, then I hate that the two Fates ones were Corrin and freaking Camilla. Like, of all people, Camilla, really? Alright. Also, I don't have the DLC yet. I think it's still like $50 or like 30. That's not 50. I think it's like 30. I think there's like a DLC campaign coming out for it, like there was for, well, really all of the games actually, being honest. It's just the Fates and Awakening one were based off the children.
I won't let this go to my head.
I'll do my best.
I kind of like the children, honestly. That's one of my favorite parts of the other games, like Awakening Fates. But to be fair, they would have to make like double the amount of characters they would usually have and like make them all unique and stand out in some way. So I can see why they would drop them. And like they barely show up in the story at all, so like I can see why they do it, but I do kind of wish that they were still a thing. Apparently Corrin does actually sing Lost in Thoughts Alone at some point, which would be great for me. Oh, you made him water. Why, Corrin? Corrin, why? Why'd you make him water? Oh yeah, she's dragon, isn't it? Yeah, so, actually... Wait a minute. Does it actually say that Lear's dragon? Okay, yeah, it does. I feel like it'd be weird if it didn't. Especially something like that with Corrin. I think... Oh, okay, she's gonna use her ability. So, yeah, I guess I'll just have Yunaka take it. That's fine. Yunaka can just take it. Or Alfred, yeah, I'll do Alfred too. They're actually lined up, but you know what, that's fine. Actually, Alfred's just like a big counter to, Corrin, because freaking... Oh, her resistance sucks. It's very bad. Oh, she throws a sword at me, shoot! Corrin. Bam. Oh no, this is just a generic song. Dang.
No apologies.
This is not good. Actually, yeah, how do I make Byleth say my battle ends here? That's literally his Star KO in Smash, and also what he says. It's what he says when he dies in 3 houses. Okay. I didn't, you know what? I didn't think about that. No, it's Ryoma. Oh, they gave him a Legend Sword too. That's sick. That's neat. What would they have given Xander then? That's Xander. They would have given him a ranged sword because he had a ranged sword.
Nailed it.
I wonder what they gave Xander. Unless it was just like a throwable sword. Oh, Sakura's healing Ryoma. Okay.
I sense a draconic power underground. Is it a dragon vein? I'll use that to my advantage. Don't worry though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it.
Also, I don't think you're gonna get there. Oh wait, no, you already used it. Never mind. So, we can't go there basically now. Alright, that's fine. What does he have? Oh, it's just a silver blade? Well, that's kind of a letdown. Yeah, Camille also wasn't even that interesting, I'm gonna be honest. Like, as far as, like, all the characters in Fates, he wasn't even that interesting. Okay, this isn't truly Ryoma if he does freaking... just a guaranteed hit on him. This isn't Ryoma. This is an imposter. It's a fake.
Me first.
Also, he does no damage. Probably because I don't remember what his blade's called. It's hard to pronounce. Probably because its blade did physical damage, though. Take that, Matt Mercer.
Just a scratch.
Yeah, I'm gonna then attack Takumi over here, and he'll get one-shotted. No Freddie Mercury's for you there, Takumi. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get what Corrin says to Alear, but... Unless Corrin goes after Alear, because she can. Get the thirst trap out of here, Ivy. Get out of here. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to go after her now, because I want to kind of just get all these guys. Because I like Fates too much, okay? People say it's a weak Fire Emblem game, but it's actually probably one of my favorites. I think it's just mostly, though, because I played it at like the right time in my life. And like with the song like Lost in Thoughts All Alone, dude. It hit me at like the best time possible. Why are you going after Alfred?
No more.
What? I guess she has a dual katana, but still, what? Why? Oh, nice job, Xander. You really, you played yourself there. Now it's just Leo and Elise left, and that's gonna do a lot. Alright. Sakura just healed Corrin. Got it. I'm gonna just punch Sakura now. I'm sorry, Sakura. I gotta... This must be done.
I won't forget you.
I'll just have Lapis go there. I was hoping it was like experience. It was not. Demon's so close to level up. I think I'll have him go after Corrin. Like, you know, as long as Corrin doesn't stupidly murder herself by attacking Alfred. There's Leo. So, now it's just Elise. Goodbye, Elise. Actually, Alfred doesn't one-shot. How does Elise have this much defense? I don't think that was how it was in freaking Fates. How are you still fine, Elise? Like, what? Yeah, I think, yeah, it's just Corrin and Elise, basically. Or fake Elise, I guess. I'll just have him take this. Cool. Hey, that's actually, you know, it's somewhat decent. Stop making water show up. Also, get out of here, Elise.
You were a good fight.
Man, everybody's so close to a level up. I just hope the story doesn't get... Like, I'm still gonna have a freaking tough time here. I guess Demon... Well, he probably has like 1 XP away or something like that. Yeah, 3 experience. I think he'll actually get it just by attacking Corrin. I think it's fine. Yep, 7. Cool. Bogata needs the experience. So, goodbye. Actually, you know what? I want to see what Corrin says with Alear.
I remember how I felt when I stood on the field that day.
This is where your destiny branched, isn't it? I think I can understand what you went through.
Do not swing timidly without resolve. You must genuinely try to kill me.
As you say, Corrin, I've chosen my path.
Yeah, because
and
you'll
I'll travel as far as it takes me.
you'll have a ton of plot armor. That's why.
I'm here.
Oop, man.
My path is clear.
I'm be honest. What they say when they die is kind of lame. She literally said my path is clear. Cool.
I expected no less from you. You gave my blade Yato quite a workout.
What a beautiful sword.
It's a divine blade, forged to bring peace to the world.
Also, like how she's talking about the Yato. You never used it.
When I first saw Yato, it flew from its hiding place into my hands. It chose me. It was the same day my mother died protecting me.
You lost your mother, too?
Yeah, and she immediately transformed into a dragon.
It would have been easy to lose myself in that pain. I couldn't have recovered alone. Luckily, I had friends who stood by me and helped me find my way home. And, like my friends, Yato was by my side at every step on my journey.
I like how she just doesn't talk about the fact that, like, oh yeah, I turned into a dragon also when my mom died.
I understand your feelings quite well.
In the coming days, you'll make choices that might cause you no end of suffering. But no matter what pain you're feeling, I'm with you. And I'll help you find your way home again.
I will remember, even in the darkest moment, that I am not alone.
Then you'll be just fine.
Thank you, Corrin, for joining me on this path I have chosen.
You must say in a bond then, like singing Lost in Thoughts Alone. And like specific bond is when she sings it. Maybe I'll look it up. Because the video showed been recommended a few times. I would have thought it wouldn't have been after you won the bond. Also, she would have talked about, hey, I kind of transformed to a dragon. Maybe you could too. I guess they really didn't bring it up as a plot point yet, so they didn't want to drop it. But like, I mean, I feel like it's fairly obvious.
Corrin!
They literally were both dragons. Like, I feel like it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Also, yeah, apparently Alear has a paralogue. I assume that's like at the end of the game, though, pretty much. Although I think he also becomes an emblem at the end of the game, is what I'm assuming is gonna happen. Just from like another video that I've seen Ben in my recommended a few times, and also, I mean, it does make sense. Oh, goody. Oh, this will go great. I actually should have made sure I actually had everything set up. I think I did that though last week, like after stream.
Our ship is docked here.
Thank you for escorting us.
Mavier! All ready, like you asked. Feel free to tell me how great I am. Wait a minute. What's the Divine Dragon doing here?
Marnie?
What do you want? We don't have any more rings.
There are circumstances that require we travel together to Lethos.
Huh?
Divine Dragon, after Marnie and I lost the rings, Zephyr disciplined us to an unjust extreme. So, on my honor, I will not betray you once at sea. I will deliver you safely to Lethos. Will you trust me?
I will. Take us to Lethos.
What? Why would you help them? They're not our friends, they're enemies!
The Divine Dragon should meet with Lady Vale.
We have no reason to fight, as long as you don't start trouble.
I know a threat about not threatening people when I hear one. Mobbier, what's happening?
You will hear details once we're aboard. If that is unsatisfactory, then you may remain here.
Hey! What? Fine, fine. Okay. Temporary truce until I get back to Zephyr and the others in Lethos.
So be it. Let us go, Divine Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to fight Marnie and her stupid ability again.
You're Lord Sombron's child? What?
Actually, I think that was Roy's ability.
Yes.
I hope it is.
So that means you're the sibling Lady Vale has been looking for all along? And that's why we're headed to Lethos. Hang on, does Gris know about this?
He's the one who told me.
Gris picked a fight at Elugia Castle to verify the truth, even surrendering a ring to do so.
What? Nobody told me that was the plan!
Why are Sombron and Vale going to Lethos?
It's about Gradlon, the Fell Dragon's land lost under the sea. He intends to restore it.
To restore that unholy land? My word.
What more do you know about this, Vander?
Gradlon sank beneath the waves 1,000 years ago. It was, of course, Sombron's land. Gradlon was a wicked place, one as much as Lethos is holy.
To raise and revive it, Sombron needs to destroy the Divine Dragon Shard in Lethos.
I mean, I assume this is gonna happen, then Gradlon's gonna rise up again, and you have to fight him in Gradlon.
That shard is what chains Gradlon beneath the waves. Lord Sombron finds it problematic.
So, you're saying that Sombron's greatest desire is to restore Gradlon?
Far from it. His desire, if such a word is fitting for Lord Sombron, is to invade other worlds.
Other worlds?
The continent of Elyos is only a stepping stone. He plans to extend himself everywhere.
There are other worlds, and he wants to rule them all. How is that even possible?
You shouldn't be surprised with the other worlds thing. I mean, you have emblems. They're literally, that's proof that other worlds exist.
I'm well beyond what I know for certain. Lord Sombron has shared little of this with me.
I mean, also, if you're talking about, hey, how are they going to take it over, that's actually kind of a decent question.
I can say, Lady Vale is a pawn in service of his greater ambitions.
Please, tell me anything more you know. I've heard that Vale's called a defect. What does that even mean?
Well, as a start, Dragon Royalty should be able to summon emblems. She cannot. Lord Sombron learned this recently, soon after his revival when reunited with Lady Vale. His children all fought in the war, but she, his youngest, never saw battle or any emblems.
She told me we met once, all that time ago.
You were among her many siblings. They all, in time, died fighting in the war. All save for you. Then Sombron was imprisoned, and Lady Vale's mother died, leaving her alone. She could find no friends in an age when it was rumored a last Fell Dragon child had survived. Lady Vale lived in hiding, knowing that were she discovered, she would be killed.
1,000 years living like that. All alone that whole time?
Not exactly. A few centuries ago, she came into contact with worshippers of the Fell Dragon. In their care, she slept in a hidden temple until Lord Sombron's release. She had been, long ago, close with those in that temple. But when she recently awoke...
They were all dead, weren't they?
So Lady Vale was relieved, even overjoyed, to find herself reunited with Lord Sombron. He detested her, and proclaimed her a defect, lacking a Felldragon's abilities and character. Sombron required her obedience, however, so he ordered Zephyr to tamper with her nature. Lady Vale may have thought she was no longer alone, but she's never been more so. Ever.
How awful.
What is it, Marnie? Is it the waves? Are you seasick?
No! I'm trying not to cry! But I never knew Lady Vale's life was so sad. I thought I was the one with the tragic story. I should have maybe been nicer to her. Probably.
You have never told me of your past, Marnie.
I mean, you know, happens all the time. I was just abandoned by my mom, that's all. I had a lot of brothers, and she decided she didn't need a girl. Which is weird, since I was way superior to those useless jerks, even back then. I mean, I was better at helping her, but she never said thank you, or good job, or anything. The first time we went for a walk, just us, so she could find somewhere to dump me. Imagine, my hand in hers, and we're strolling from place to place. She left me at a church.
I can't believe it.
It's fine. The priest was nice. As long as I helped free Lord Sombron, I got lots of thank yous. Eventually, I met Zephyr and joined the Hounds. See? Lady Vale's story is so much sadder.
Zephyr filled out the 4 Hounds with devout followers of the Felldragon.
Did that include you, Mavir?
Yes. I was there at the hidden temple where Lady Vale slept. When she awoke, I was there to speak with her. She, a royal dragon, asked me to be her friend. I said it was impossible. Lady Vale then asked if I could offer my service to her as a knight.
And you accepted?
That I could not refuse.
It's a big deal to be handpicked like that by royalty. Who would have thought? You made her knight? That's just cool. I mean that, Mavir. That's really cool.
Should you wish, I am sure Lady Vale would also accept you as her knight.
What? No way. I don't want to work with you that much. No praise, no thank yous. I hate you.
Is that so?
Besides, I already belong somewhere. I need to get back to Zephyr. Since you're helping the Divine Dragon, you're probably gonna get kicked out of the Hounds.
I expect as much.
Yeah, well, I like being one of the 4 Hounds. As soon as we're off this boat, we're enemies.
You do hate me, after all. So, surely you'll be happier.
Right. So, yes. I'm done talking. This is a waste of my time.
Mavir, thank you for telling us all of that. When we find Vale, I hope you will do what you think is best for her. Even if that means we'll cross blades again.
I shall.
That was a long opening cutscene. God dang. It's still not done.
What's happened to Lethos? The land. It's fallen to rot and ruin.
A sure sign of Gradlon's return, or that our foes are now destroying the Divine Dragon Shard.
What's with these predictions? Because I keep not thinking they'd happen so soon.
Stop Sombron. Where is the shard?
It's in the castle. Queen Lumera's home.
Who would have thought we'd return here to see everything come to this?
Dude, these predictions, I keep thinking they'd happen way later down the line.
I
They
know
don't.
you're here, Sombron. Show yourself!
Ah, the Divine Dragon has arrived. Or should I call you the Divine Imposter? You've arrived earlier than expected. How did you know where to find us? My other 2 children haven't even caught up to us yet.
I assume you mean us.
Why are you with them?
You 2 brought them here? and betrayed us? Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, this is probably when Marnie switches sides too.
Please, no! You have it wrong!
Wrong? Looks pretty clear to me.
This is my doing. I want Lady Vale to meet with the Divine Dragon. I might have even forced them to come, but it wasn't necessary. Marnie had no part in this.
Mavier.
Return to the hounds, Marnie.
But...
Do not hesitate. Go now.
Marnie, welcome back. But Mavier, what will we do with you? I'm willing to forgive and forget if you can explain yourself. We are family, after all.
What nonsense. I know you're going to punish me, but Lady Vale will see the Divine Dragon.
You rude, self-serving.
I don't mind. I was just thinking I'd like to talk to the Divine Dragon myself.
It's Dark Vale now.
Vale, what's happened to you?
It's good to see you again.
What did you do to Lady Vale?
I told you about Lord Sombron's enchanted helmet. My spell has now truly taken hold.
Vale, do you know who I am?
Why, you're my dear long-lost brother. What a happy reunion.
What the... This is what you've been trying to do to her? Can the other Lady Vale return?
No, never. Not as long as that helmet remains attached and intact.
Just rip it off her head.
That other side of her is dead.
Dead?
Oh, please. You should be delighted. You don't have to talk to the defect anymore.
Zephyr, I know about Vale's past. Do you? You were alive way back then.
What?
I mean, I didn't know. When I helped you with all of these awful things. Lady Vale was all alone for so long. And she was so excited to see her family again. She never got to enjoy it. Now she never will. It's all so terrible.
What is this, Marnie?
Zephyr, I loved it when you gave me praise. I loved it when you said we were family. I loved belonging somewhere. I loved the Four Hounds. But this has gone too far. I have to do what I know is right. Praise or no praise.
Marnie?
I'm going to free Lady Vale. I'm going to break that helmet to pieces!
No! Stop!
Marnie, that was simply pathetic. An attack like that couldn't put a scratch on Father's gift.
I swung with all my strength, and it did nothing?
I take it you were trying to free me, fool that you are. But as it turns out, you have failed in your attempt.
Oh.
I ordered you to stop, did I not?
I think she's dead.
Such a bad girl.
Yep, she's dead.
You are a very naughty child. If only you had done as I had said.
Marnie!
Here. I'm sorry. I tried to save her, but in the end, I guess I wasn't strong enough. If she's ever her old self again, will you tell her something for me? Please tell her that she's done so well.
Don't go. Please. Marnie!
Oh, did she die in your arms? How very tragic.
What a waste. Got killed for nothing.
Marnie was just trying to restore Vale. And all this... for that?
I will never stand by you again, Zephyr, save for the moment my blade pierces your heart. Divine Dragon, I beg of you, allow me to fight at your side. To avenge Marnie, and to save Lady Vale.
Mavir. Of course.
So you're just going to betray me? Leave me sad and lonely again? And you, brother. I thought you'd be happy to be reunited with me after... so long.
I guess you say that with red eyes. That clearly means you're evil.
You are not our Vale.
Good, good on you, Alear, for seeing that.
This must be about my new look. Then you're not going to like this look either.
Hey, there's Marth.
Marth.
His fellow emblems stolen away. You turned your back on him. Oh, lonely thing. Just like me. But I'm here for you, little emblem. I'm all you need.
Also, she's clearly playing into this because she literally just heard what happened with Vale. And I doubt this Vale knew what actually happened.
Now, had I known I had a sibling who survived the years, I would have killed you. I'd like to make sure I'm my father's one and only child.
That's not true, though, because you are not your evil self.
You want to be alone forever?
Yes, that's right. I have no need for this sort of family, or friendships, or bonds of loyalty. I do appreciate you bringing the rings to me, but that's where our relationship ends. Now, goodbye, brother.
Vale.
I think we're finally going into the game. Let's get it started. It is interesting. That plot point I actually did think was kind of interesting. It's also made me appreciate Mavir more. And also, like, I did find it weird because he seemed way different than the other hounds, so it was weird that he was a part of them. Yeah, there's Vale. Do I just have to get rid of Vale? Oh yeah, that's all. Is that even here? Oh yeah, she is. And Gris. Yep, okay. They don't have any emblems, so that's nice at least. I don't have to deal with that. Huh. That looks kinda neat. The falchion. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of people that I probably should have trained. I don't know why I'm shaking. If I'm talking weird, it's because I'm shaking, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. My body just decided, hey, let's just shake a bunch now. That's freaking sweet. It seems like there's a bunch of armored units, so I probably should get the people with armor slayers up front, which I guess they already are. Oh yeah, are these guys? Yeah, they are considered dragons. Valkyrie can deal with them. I gotta make sure. Yeah, I think the rings are established. Just going to make sure. Yep, they are. Okay. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Divine One, I am with you from this day forward.
Cool. Okay, so I just have to go for Vale, which means I'm probably just gonna go after Vale.
Right away.
I think this is a good course of action.
Have I made a difference?
Anytime.
Man, I always forget how weak Lapis is. He is good at Void though, so. I was like, which means that's gonna hit.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I should have had Lapis go to the other one. Eh, whatever. He's dead.
I'll help.
You have my thanks.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do that. God, this game.
Shall we?
I'm gonna have to do the thing again where I just make freaking Alear run away. Like the real main character that he is. Sick. Didn't get another crit. Just love how often that has not worked out at all. God dang it.
What's our move?
Oh, what? It's not a dragon? Well, I guess it's one-shots. I thought that would have been a dragon. Ooh, and he missed. That was definitely worth it. He's playing the Engage theme. Your remix of it.
My will is firm. Go ahead.
Poison this guy.
Me first.
That'd be enough. Oh yeah, it would be sweet. Okay, you know what, I'll do this.
Here.
Dream well.
I hear you.
Dang, Ivy doesn't one-shot that dude.
Of course.
Let me just chuck a spear at him then. That's gonna miss. Okay, cool. He didn't. Thank you. This is gonna miss, isn't it? Okay, at least that the freaking chain attack missed. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna also have to get Gris and Zephyr out, because they're just gonna be really annoying if I don't. I also probably should have had Penna up towards the front. But you know what? That's fine. Ooh, missed a 68. Oh, of course you're going after Alear. Are they both? Yep, they are. God freaking. Oh, and they missed two 63s. What is this luck, actually? Like, what? Yeah, they definitely made Mauvier from like someone who seemed like a very boring character to someone you know is actually interesting. Which I'm not saying like boring characters are always bad. Like I think there are sometimes in like having a character that might be a little bland is okay.
Me first.
But I am happy because I feel like usually those people, yeah, they don't really branch out more like that. They're going for Mauvier. I feel like they've actually done some pretty interesting plot points in this. Like, just with Vale in general. Yeah, just do that. Throw an axe at him. I always forget about Lapis, dude. Because it doesn't point out that she's gonna do a freaking extra attack. So I just always forget about Lapis. Actually... Oh no, she can't. I thought maybe. Yeah, I don't want someone to go like too far up because otherwise they're just gonna get freaking annihilated. Wow, these guys have missed over 50-50s like so many times. It's actually surprising. Also, he's dead, so I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, the monsters are honestly probably the most annoying enemies just because they have such high range. Oh, that guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy. Ooh, this is a problem I have now created and did not notice. Because Diamant can't one-shot the guy, and the only other person who can attack him is Hortensia, who also is a flyer. And yeah, they didn't bring back the, like, you can dismount. So, yeah, that's not great. I think Ivy's probably better than Hortensia, so I'm just gonna, I guess, sacrifice Hortensia for this, because I screw that up. I guess I could go back in time, but like... Oh, actually, yeah, no, Hortensia can't even hit them, so never mind. Ivy's just dead. Sweet. Why do these archers have so much health? Get one crit. Okay, cool. Every time I've hoped for a crit, except for like one or two times, it's just not worked out. Oh, I probably could have seen if I could have broken them, but I think Lapis didn't even get up there, so...
I had to stop you.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have done. God dang, I'm like one away on both of these. That's the thing that sucks. Well, I guess we'll take this guy out.
Me first.
Bam.
Was that too much?
Kabir's getting really unlucky here. That's all I'm noticing here. Steel Blade would be short one. I feel like... Do I have Spirit Dust? I don't think I do, but... Once I do, I'm probably gonna give it to Saline. Because, I feel like she kinda needs it.
Here.
No apologies.
And also maybe give Hortensia better magic.
Name my target.
Oh. Ooh, that does not kill. So we're just gonna do this. I should also have definitely given Goldmary an Armor Slayer. Did I miss a 96? Are you freaking kidding me? God freaking dang. I guess at least I can do this safely.
I'll help.
Okay, he's dead. Okay. I also forgot about Lapis.
Eventually wilt.
Freaking missed a 96, dude. Like, god dang. Ugh. I could have Vein of Fog with Yunaka also. That's gonna hit, isn't it? Okay, I was about to say, like, there's literally... Everything above a 50-50 is miss. Or, yeah, it's miss, so that's gonna hit. I don't think they've hit, like, a single one of these. I think they've gotten, like, 2 or 3 hits. Oh, they actually didn't go after Ivy.
Was that too much?
Okay. That's nice. That was nice of him. I also honestly didn't expect Marnie to die. That was kind of surprising. I honestly thought Marnie would live, but... I did figure she would be like a little emotional. Because, I mean, they did kind of lead into that she was pretty emotional about hearing Vale's story. I didn't think it would actually like be like that soon, that she would die after the, or even die in general. This might be a mistake. But maybe I just Vein of Fog and have Lapis attack the worm. I think I'll do that actually. It's just Vein of Fog. Oh shoot. I guess the movement's decreased when you're in the fog. Alright. Never mind. Oh, he can heal. That's interesting. Is he a paladin? Royal Knight. Oh yeah, that was what Elise was. So I guess Royal Knight's kind of like a troubadour, but also can wield stuff. What is the Strategist? I think is the upgrade version of a troubadour. But those guys use magic instead of. Oh, actually, the monster's definitely gonna go after Mavir and Gold Mary. One of the two. The fog is kind of worthless now. Well, the wyverns actually probably will attack. But. Yeah, so far this has been going pretty well, but also I think it's because they've just missed so many above 50-50s. Like, I think I'm just getting lucky, which is why it's going so smoothly. Like, there we go. There's an attack that's not great. And another one. Oh no.
It is a sad day that I must fight you, Marvin. And here I thought we were family.
Family? You killed Marnie. I should have stepped in sooner. Then Lady Vale and Marnie might have had a chance. Alas. I cannot die.
Dude, that's fine. That's fine. And the high crit chance still doesn't work out. Shocker. Oh, Alfred would be perfect here, actually. Against Zephyr, too, because Zephyr is on a worm. A wyvern. Ooh, that's not great. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great.
It's nothing personal. I'm merely following Lady Vale's orders.
Me first!
Nice. Ah. I'll just do that, get a free hit in.
Here.
Oh, I should have switched to the blade because of Lapis. I keep forgetting about Lapis and just Lucine's ability in general. I really need to remember it. Yeah, let's get rid of that health bar.
Me first! I will not forget your loss.
It's unfortunate, like, the last time I freaking... Like, Marnie was a unit, I freaking was just so upset about that freaking ability that Marnie had. Like, it's a shame. But, you know. I'm gonna be honest with that ability was dumb.
Shrewdly done.
Like, I feel like we all can agree that ability is at least a little bit stupid. You know what, I think I'll feign a fog again, because, I mean, they're very much pushing me. And then she has no chance of hitting. I'm gonna hope for some crits, even though they probably won't happen. Hey, there's one. No, I think I did level up an adequate amount, which is great. Dang, the steel blade would almost be enough. Oh yeah, Fogata can also just snipe him out of the sky.
Me first!
You're quite strong. Perhaps you do have what it takes.
The legendary sword, famous for its great power. I'm just gonna send that for now. Is Alir and Essen swords? I don't know if he is or not. He's not. Okay. I forget who is an Essen sword. I think Diamond is, actually. I think Diamond could use that. Let's just get this guy out of here. Boom.
You put up a good fight.
Also, I only lost Mavir there, so you know what? I'll take what happened there. Yeah, I'll have Ivy go around, like, flank. And I also probably have a Tamara just take out some of these guys, or try to at least. I probably should have someone else over there. Hortensia? No, yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea then. I'll have Valir actually pick this up. Thunder. This is probably a mistake, because the fog actually doesn't help flyers, but you know what? I'll do it. Oh no. Ooh, Alfred's got plot armor. Maybe for not long though. Oh, he's still got plot armor. Ow. My feelings. Oh god, he has an axe. Okay, missed, thank god. Ow. Yeah, you need that, Bennett. That's not a great level up. God dang it, Bennett. Oh boy, these gotta catch up quick. Alright. I can see where this can be annoying. Let's just do that. Of course that hits. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. No. I think this has to be done.
Allow me, just give up. I'll cut you down to size. Who's next?
To get these guys out.
I'm too good.
That's a great level up. One shot him.
Here. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Hey, these are wyverns. Shoot them out of the sky.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that one barely does any extra. I'll still do it, but I thought that'd do a lot more damage than it did.
We'll get through this.
Okay, you can one shot. Cool.
I'll help.
You were a good fight.
And let's just do that. Yeah, Tamara can't get rid of them. Oops. Okay, Tamara's probably gonna be in a rough spot here, but let's just do that.
Think whatever you like.
I'm just gonna try and get her some level ups to see if that'll make it better. We'll just move Valir up and Diamant. Can Ivy take out this guy with the bow? Actually, yeah, Tamara took out the other one, so I can just do this.
Unforgivable.
Okay.
2 hounds or 4, doesn't matter to me. I'll fight, and that's that.
Also, Alfred's probably dead here. Oh, plot armor still. Yeah, Pinhead would have to have a lot of plot armor to get through that one. I think Pinhead's the one who's actually died the most throughout all these battles. I think Pinhead's the one who's died the most. Which is honestly kind of impressive because she's like one of the later ones I've gotten. That's actually kind of impressive. It's just, man, those berserkers have no defense, so they just get freaking annihilated. Yeah, berserkers, you probably have to like actually pick your spots with them, and I do not. I just run them in, just like, hey, here's a guy you can take out. But here's also 5 enemies you have to face. Why they go after Saline?
All flowers eventually wilt.
They really would have gotten a free hit with the Fogado. What are they doing? Okay, they keep racking up, so yeah, I probably do just want to get rid of Veil as soon as possible. Yeah, so he can't one-shot. Well, Mary, you know what? You can do it. You can weaken him. Oh, and he missed anyway. That sure is a shame now, isn't it there, bud? Let's just use an axe.
I will protect.
Ask him a question and he's done.
I won't let this go to my head.
Oh, I should use Ultimate Sacrifice actually for
My
Saline.
resolve is unchanged.
People are pretty weak, I think. Because Alfred is, Hortensia, Yunaka. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know if I should use it just yet. I think I could wait a little bit, although I probably should also make sure Saline doesn't die before I have the chance to use it at an opportune
I
time.
will not forget your loss.
Yeah, it's not like Saline's my best unit, so even if she goes down, it's not like the end of the world. He's probably one of my weaker ones. Also, I'm gonna protect Saline by taking this guy out. Nope. Man, they do not hit like anything. I mean, I'm not complaining, but like, it's just crazy how little they've hit. I'll take out his health bar here.
Here.
This is what I trained for.
There goes one health bar. I guess I could actually have Hortensia healed Alfred.
I'm fine.
Because I think something about Chris has high resistance. I mean, I assume he's a magic user. He would have high resistance. Be more defensive, there you go. Yeah, I think I'll just slowly move these 3 up, because they'll probably be the ones I use. Although I probably will have to get in range so they actually fight. I should just Veil's range.
A little rough here.
Yeah, Tamara's not gonna make it out of here. I was kind of hoping she could get another... Oh, she can't even engage, really? That sucks. Engage would have been great. I guess just get as little experience as you can there, Tamara. Really my only move with you. There. Oh yeah, this guy has a bow. I'm just gonna take out the guys with a bow so they don't just sneak up on me.
Unforgivable.
Ivy will take a little damage, but that's fine. I think Ivy can probably deal with the rest of those guys. Ooh, still misses. Oh, I should have equipped the longbow. Although he probably would have just gone one space anyway. They can't hit these though. Can't touch this. Yeah, the Solemn characters definitely are the ones that have gone down the most, that's for sure. Bobby probably would have been really nice to have about now, but I think I'm still fine here, unless Veil has some stupid stuff with her. I think the only reason why the level is so high is because there's constantly reinforcements. That's probably why. But do you have a stupid ability? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't have started player phase if HP is 40% or less. Okay. So basically just don't give Veil to less than 40%. Got it. That's like really the only like kind of stupid thing there. Do you have magic? Actually, they were gonna do an ability. How much does it do? Okay. Alright. So let's maybe not go in with Valir. And I'm gonna have use Great Ether probably.
Stand down or perish.
Yeah, we're not going in with Alir there. Yeah, nothing's good against Veil, so I might as well just go with the one that does the most damage. And then to help out... Well, actually, yeah, no, it's a guaranteed hit, I think. Yeah, no, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, this guy's defense sucks. Well, actually, I guess it's not terrible, but...
Me first!
Ooh, missed again. We're just gonna deal with you. Yeah.
Exquisite. Death means no more pain. And who needs that?
Alright, so Gris and Zephyr are out of there now. There's Spirit Dust, which I'll probably give to Saline.
For you, anything.
Yep, I'll sit out for right there. Yeah, I guess I should save this until someone absolutely needs it. Because I only have one use left. I should have checked healing items, I didn't. I was a fool for for not checking.
For Alucia.
Maybe I should just have Ivy get out of here, because I'm just making her kill a bunch of people with bows. That probably should be someone else's job. I think I attacked one person, which, yeah, that would one-shot Yunaka, so I shouldn't do that. I think Yunaka will just keep out of range as well. Alright, her ability with Corrin. Yeah, no, you're just gonna stand there. I guess Saline probably has a decent amount of heals left.
I'm sorry.
Also, Fogado kind of needs his experience, man. He's a little underleveled, so it'd be nice for him to get that. Yeah, I'll just move Saline back up, just to have that healing capability. Oh, that's a guaranteed hit. Sick. I think the Veil only does like 8 damage. Yeah, this does 0. Like, it's kind of actually freaking great, because he gives you a lot of defense, apparently. Although, you are guaranteed to take these, I guess. Is the only downside. The speed's really not great. Or is a void, at least. It's really not great. They've missed every single one of those. Oh, they finally hit him. Out of here. How much was this do?
Who are you looking at? The me in front of you? Or the me from before?
Oh, it does 0. Yeah, it does 0 damage. That's like an anime, dude. You just Dragon Balled them. Is that Ike's ability, actually? Is that they take no damage? Oh, you smashed me. God dang it. Because I think Veil's out of the range now. That sucks. She might, though. I think she still is in range, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's another one of those monsters showing up. God dang it. Great. Ether. That did quite a bit on Veil, although I think she'll heal it back because I think she's at less than 40. Oh, no, she didn't, actually. Oh, right, because I have it on my turn. Wow, your hit sucks, Leer. Well, I'm gonna have to play the game of keeping the Leer away from Vale. That's great. How is her resistance? Okay, resistance is better. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to stop worrying about these guys. They're gonna... like, maybe send a few people, but... that's not great. Why didn't you crit that? Like before, Gold Mary, god dang it. They always crit when it doesn't matter anymore. Is it even worth it to heal Hortensia? Because I feel like she's still just gonna die. I feel like it's better to kill Yunaka.
Big help.
Honestly, over Hortensia, because she'll just probably get one-shotted, like, anyway. That's just how she works, basically. There we go.
Another kill for me.
There's a health bar down. 2 more to go. Why is Sarah Void so high? Oh, I guess she's gonna heal most of that back, so that was probably not great, but... unless Hortensia can get rid of another one, which I think she can, actually. Yeah, she can. I guess if it hits, though, it can definitely miss.
I'll help.
And also, yeah, that had to hit. Okay, cool. Wheat. Yeah, Balford should probably take care of some of these guys.
I'll help.
You were a good fight. No problem.
Bogata will just keep getting free experience, you know. Although the Wyverns are there now, so Bogata's probably not got much time left, but hey, as long as he gets another level, I'm okay with it. Is there another bow? Ooh, there is. Can they reach? They can. That's not great. And I don't think... oh, can I believe, actually? No, she can't. Well, that's not great. I think I'm actually gonna have to have Ivy attack from a distance. Can she one? Oh, she can attack before the attack. Cool.
Sephora Lucia.
Sweet. That sure does help. I'm probably gonna have Valir actually provide backup over here since, you know, he just dies to Vale. Yeah, I expected that. I'm honestly kind of glad that the monster was targeted, but... Ow, ow. Alright, that's a dagger. Ow. Yeah, Searing Vein of the Fog just doesn't work then for, once you engage with Ike. Because assume how it works is just that Ike has no void at that point. He just eats every attack. But like, they do barely anything, so... I'm okay with it. Ooh, Fogato's still kicking. But I think a Wyvern can go up and attack him, and this guy also. Oh, he's done. Dang, he didn't get another level up.
Guess I'm not.
That's a shame. I kind of wanted to give another level up. Ow. Ooh, and Gold Mary's gone. Okay.
Was that too much?
Nice plan of action there. But sometimes the computer's just very dumb. What is this? Oh. Yeah, get rid of the short knife. Cool. That's nice. Ooh. 0 hit. Ivy's getting a lot of experience as well. 0 hit. This fight honestly is taking longer than I thought it would. I didn't think it would take this long. I mean, it's about to be done though, because Vale's almost done. That's all I had to do is get rid of Vale. Although I think ironically I actually would have kept Hortensia alive, at least from the monster. if I healed Hortensia. But I think she just would have been another bait, basically. She just would have been bait for another person. Okay, so it's like the heavy version of a... I might use the Iron Dagger. Iron Dagger. Hate how high her avoid is. Tiamat cannot take that.
Yes.
And Saline does no damage. Oh, she does, it just looks like she does nothing. So I'm just gonna heal Tiamat.
I can still fight.
Oh, and she also gets healed, so she has Live to Serve, basically. Sweet. Oh, down.
No.
Of course you hit a 22 that did 14. I hate you. Time for a chain attack.
Here.
Okay, sweet.
It's not possible.
Let's go, Alfred. Heck yeah, that wasn't that bad. I'm happy. Because the other two were freaking annoying. Myra's not there, though. He's basically almost dead, but he'll probably show back up for the cutscene.
What's happening? Why are you here?
Vale? Vale! It's really you, isn't it?
This doesn't make sense. Her changing back wasn't supposed to be possible. The enchanted helmet. It's correct.
Marnie's attack worked? Marnie. Such bravery.
Where are we?
I also don't see the crack in it.
Lithos Castle. You've been under Zephia's control.
My head hurts really bad. And wait a second. What am I wearing? And where did I get this ring? This is yours, right? I remember. We were near the cathedral. You said it was important to you. Here, please, take this.
Thank you, Vale.
I will not allow it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Heed me well, O defective daughter of mine.
Papa.
My goal is so close I can taste it, but their kindness makes you weak. Now go, and reclaim my emblem rings at once.
I won't!
So I see. That is
I assume Vale dies here now.
Well then, there is nothing more you can do for me. And I have never been in the habit of keeping that which has no value.
Oh, he's pulling a Corrin. He pulled a Corrin, dang.
My foolish child. Twice now I have struck you down. But I promise you, no amount of sleep will bring you back from this moment. This time, your defeat is final.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna be thrown into another battle.
You shouldn't have jumped in front of me!
I did what I had to do to keep you out of harm's way. I wanted to make up for all the times I couldn't protect you. All the times I wasn't there for you. I'm so sorry, Vale. For all those awful things I said.
I don't care. I don't care about that. Please don't die.
It'll be alright. There's still so much I have to do. I can't die until I've told you everything. There's still too much left unsaid. Who I am. Listen, Vale.
And you didn't get into time.
No, you can't. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Now there is nothing to stand in my way.
The Divine Dragon is gone. That I should see this day.
But how? How could this?
Wait, the Dragonstone. But why would...
This wayward creature is another of my children. The one you've been searching for all this time. Your brother.
Huh?
The Divine Dragon took the traitor in after the events of the last war. Thus, the fool did survive. No child of mine should live as a Divine Dragon. Death was this one's inexorable fate.
No. But the stone shouldn't break. The stone shouldn't shatter unless... All that time, you were my brother. I found you. I finally found you. Please don't be gone. I need to talk to you. I don't understand why you would sacrifice yourself for me.
Such pathetic children. All 12 of the rings are finally in my possession.
No! Give them back, now! Those rings belong to my brother! Their friends fought so hard even to make it here!
Yet, for all of that, I control the Emblem Rings. Together, their power is so great.
Kamehameha, Vale.
Every 1,000 years, and now that unrivaled power is mine.
Also, it didn't show him losing the rings, so like, what? It literally didn't show him losing it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Heed me, Emblem Rings. Grant me infinite power.
Cutscene's been going so long, like, which turned to black. Okay, so we got a Grima situation on our hands here. Alright. What is with this guy's neck?
Rise up once again.
Like, seriously, what is that neck? God, I have to go into another fight immediately after this. Which is annoying and I forgot about, and I definitely would have probably backed out and bought a Psychic for Hortensia if I remembered that. I think I still can, I might be able to still buy stuff. I can't remember. Is it all Gradlon now? Well then.
Impossible. Gradlon, restored.
Papa, where are you going? You've destroyed everything. You killed your own child. This is what you wanted?
Looks like it's over for you all,
Zephyia!
Lady Defect. You survived here only because of all those who came to your aid. What a shame. Because now it's time for you to say farewell.
Farewell. My head!
Lady Vale.
I don't want her to have control.
But Marnie broke the helmet.
Oh, Mavia. Simple, simple Mavia. It was only cracked. That certainly weakened it.
Also, why didn't nobody rip it off her head?
But with Lord Sombron's elevation to power, the helmet works far better than before.
Just rip it off her head.
Lady Vale, come on out. Join us if you would.
No.
Father. What power. You've finally done it. I wanted to kill the Divine Dragon myself, but oh well.
Lady Vale, Lord Sombron will gladly welcome you as his daughter now.
Good to see you back. Would have had to kill you otherwise.
Zephia, Gris, return to Father. I'll catch up with you soon.
Of course.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Is Lyr just gonna wake up?
As for all of you, death is inevitable. But I'd like this mess dealt with now. Clean this up for me. Leave no one alive.
The corrupted. And more than we can handle on our own.
We don't even have our rings!
Rings? They'd be useless to you. The Divine Dragon is dead.
Well, clearly since there's more chapters, that's not true.
None of you have the ability to summon emblems.
This is the end. We have no way out.
So, who wants to die first? There's no need for any of you to squirm or struggle. You're all about to join your beloved Divine Dragon.
Are we all going to die here? There must be something we can do! Please.
Oh, now Lyr's actually gonna be important. There we go. Oh, but I have to... Okay. I mean, it's immediately into another battle, so... I think it's just gonna go back to it, but...
I am your father. How dare you turn your sword on me? You mean to strike me down? Go on. Do it.
Why are you here all by yourself?
The war is finally over, Mother. We don't have to worry anymore.
That's a hole right through his chest.
Treacherous whelp.
I guess Fell Dragons have to die in the end. But I want it to be a good dragon.
And you will. Someday life will return to you. And when that beautiful day should dawn, I will give you a birthday gift that suits you perfectly.
Thank you, Mother. If I see that day, maybe I'll return, dressed in white. A gleaming sword at my side. A divine dragon like you. Ready to save the world.
Dang, they made Lyr die twice in like the span of 5 minutes. Dang. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be something related to what Corrin went through. Where he just hears his friends' voices, probably.
not a nightmare. It was a memory. Where am I? Oh. I must have died protecting Vale.
Oh, that's what all that pain was. Okay.
There's no waking up again this time. I had dreamed I would awaken as a hero. Only now I realize that did happen. But it's too late. I wonder if I'll be able to find Mother here. Mother. Vale? Why are you here?
Papa used the rings to raise Gradlon. The helmet reactivated. My head began to swim. And then... I was here. Things didn't go how I wanted them to. And now it seems I've died.
Ow. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, I guess it's just saying that version is dead. Is probably what it's trying to say, but like it's weird that it's just like, oh, I'm dead now. It's like, what?
Papa said you're my big brother. You gave your life to protect me. I'm so sorry. You should have let me die.
Don't say that. I made the right choice. You have a link back home. There's still a chance for you.
No. No more.
What?
I tried so hard. I wanted Papa to look at me and not see a defect. I wanted him to forget about the other worlds and just be with me. I'd always think, if only I tried harder. But it never mattered. I kept getting crushed over and over. I'm so tired. If I have to die again and fail once more, I'd rather it just end here. With you.
Oh, Vale.
Hey. Why don't we fall asleep? Together. The world will end with or without us. And I feel happy because I finally found you. Maybe the others will join us eventually.
Perhaps you're right.
Well then...
Except... I'm not ready to give up. I want to save our world, and everyone I care about. Vale, you have been through so much, and I understand why you feel the way you do. But please, don't give up. Not before you experience the life you deserve.
I don't care anymore. Even if I returned and survived all of it, I can't stop Papa because I can't summon emblems. All I can do is create the corrupted. A fallibility befitting a fell dragon.
Corrupted? Vale, there is something you can do.
Huh?
Revive me. As one of the corrupted.
What?
You did it to King Hyacinth. It was as if he'd come back to life. Returned to himself.
This is an interesting plot point.
Perhaps I could go back to the living world in the same way.
Maybe, but you aren't thinking this through. You hate the corrupted. They terrify you. Now you want to be one? If we do that, you'll never be able to change back. This way, at least you died as yourself. Would you really want to die as one of them?
I'll sacrifice more than that if it saves everyone. How I die doesn't matter. I just want to end this war. However I can. Please don't give up, Vale. If we don't try, we lose everything. To me, this is the only way forward.
But...
Vale, what do you live for?
What do you mean?
My friends told me it doesn't matter where you're from. What's important is how you live. How you live and what you do shapes your future. So, who do you want to become?
I've never thought about that. But if it were possible for me to change now, I suppose I'd want to be like you. I'd want to become a dragon who saves the world.
We really are siblings. I said something very similar a long time ago. Let's go back and save our world. Together.
All right. I'll give it one last try. I hope to see you soon, brother.
You're my dear sister. And I trust you with all of my heart.
God dang it, I was just thinking of Hulk and brother. Ugh.
Stop fighting. You die either way.
Lady Vale, please, come back to us.
Oh, you miss her, Mavier? Then I'll kill you first. Maybe you'll find what you're after on the other side. Huh?
Lady Vale?
You don't know when to give up, do you?
That's right! I'm not going quietly!
She's talking to herself.
Not herself, exactly.
The true Lady Vale. She's fighting back.
I know that. My brother believed in me. So I believe in myself.
Shut your mouth! You are nothing but a defect. Mark my words, you quivering little baby. You're gonna be dead soon.
No, I won't. You're not in control here, I am. And I won't wear this horrible thing anymore.
Yay, they
Wait! There's already a crack in it. I'll break it. Then I get to be me again. You'll be gone!
Stop! Stop it right now! I don't want to go! Help me, Father! I'm begging you!
Papa isn't coming. He doesn't care. It's time now. Time to say goodbye!
Music kicks in, baby. Also, I'm glad they finally decided, hey, let's rip this off now. But it had to be Vale herself. Heck yeah, kicking that music, baby.
Lady Vale!
Javier, it's all right. I'm myself again.
I wish I could have done something. I'm so sorry. But you did it all on your own.
You're wrong about me doing it alone. My brother helped me.
The Divine Dragon.
I have to hurry.
Ah, dang, this music, dude.
Guardians of the Underworld, cast aside the rules that govern life and death, so that this body void of life may draw breath. Rise up! Corrupted!
Does he become a mute protagonist now? Like Byleth?
The Divine One has become corrupted.
What are we supposed to do now? Fight?
No.
We can't. Please, everyone, listen.
I'm up. He's still himself.
You can speak? There's nothing to fear. I won't hurt you. I asked Vale to revive me as one of the corrupted. You must believe me.
But are you really you?
Yes. I'm the same person who took this journey with you. The Divine Dragon. Whatever form I take, this soul is still mine.
Brother, look what I found.
The Ring of the Hero King.
It was lying by your side, as though it wanted to be with you. The emblems in the 12 rings have played their roles. They are likely drained of power. Can you still summon them?
You've done so much today. Now, it's my turn.
All right.
Marth, I've returned. I'm here for you. Please, show yourself. Shine on. Emblem of beginnings.
Nothing happened.
No. This has to work. We have so much to protect. Please, Marth. Join me once more. Shine on. Emblem of Beginnings. Marth, I'm so happy to see you.
Well,
What? That's the Feldragon version.
I used Feldragon power to raise my brother. He's using that same power to summon.
What happened? Are they reacting to the emblem?
Time is short. I'll need your help to summon all the emblems again. You don't have to trust me, but this is the only way. We must stand together and fight as one.
oh, does he have the crazy power that the emblems do if he gets like weak or something like that? That'd be kind of neat. Also, that was such a roundabout way to make it so I had to go into another fight immediately. Like, am I the only one that thinks that? Oh, they're on the ground. I have to pick them up. Okay. Conductor, Princess Exalt. I don't know who I want to give Byleth, because I assume whoever goes over these has them. So, yeah. We gotta do this. And Alir is defeated. Yeah, so it seems just Crypt Alir now. Why are they red? I assume Vale's gonna join us now. Oh, kind of her. Is Bobby here? Okay. Oh wait, no, yeah, he is. Okay, he's right there. I'd say, like, that's weird that I can't choose him then. Maybe I'll give Vale Byleth. Depends on how good Vale is.
Look, the emblem rings have been scattered on the ground. Please, brother, get close to a ring and try summoning an emblem.
Summon emblems with praise. Oh, only Alir can go to him. Okay. Never mind.
Whatever you need.
I was about to say, these guys not take damage? Like, what? I guess it is gonna be a little more difficult since, you know, I have to
My will is
re-obtain the emblems.
Got it. Here goes.
Yeah, it seems he still has, like, he can still use Marth. Well, it seems like he can't engage with him, actually.
I'm ready.
But I assume he has, like, the buffs that Marth has.
No mistakes. Unforgivable.
Also, I really stopped, like, like, had Marth be summoned at, like, the perfect time. Or, like, the music just hit, like, the bass drop or whatever.
I'm prepared.
Or, like, just hit the climax, and then freaking Knight just summoned Marth, and I was like, wow, that was well-timed now, wasn't it? Yeah, Lear's still prizing great, so,
Count on me.
is Vale's literally better. What's everything? Truly mighty dark magic. Cool. That's a sick description game. I mean, to be fair, I think that is usually the description for, like, all of these is freaking... Like, whenever it's just, like, the main evil guy, it's just like, oh yes, this is truly demonic magic. Or, like, a sword forged from the depths of hell. It's like, cool. Thanks. That's a cool, the sweet description, dude. Wow, that did a lot.
Another kill for me.
Okay, Inaka, what happened to you dodging everything? Oh, come on. I'm getting screwed over by this. This isn't good. Are you freaking?
Follow here. I'm sorry.
Okay, it really wanted to make up for freaking the last level. God dang, dude.
I have failed.
Jesus. Like, what is that, dude? Get out of here.
Remember this.
You got this, Goldberry.
Not too good.
Man, it's really making up for how that last level went. Jesus. Now they're hitting everything. Cool. I love that. Like a spear at him. Yeah, it's great that Ivy died so early. That's freaking sweet. I love that. Oh yeah, I should probably have Fogado just shoot this guy. It's kind of a flyer, so yeah, let's just do that.
I'm sorry.
There's work to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you use that antitoxin. Oh, that's impassable. Alright, well, never mind, Mavir, you're going over here. Oh yeah, Mavir can heal, I gotta remember that. That's gonna be kind of important. Wow, that did a lot, Jesus. What does Sandstorm do? Because that did like double. What does Sandstorm do? 150% of defense and their strength. I guess it calculated. Well, yeah, I don't know what that meant, honestly. I have no idea.
I just want to live in peace.
Oh, Vale and Tamara have a support. That's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can do anything with Marth. I wish I could have the revive stones. I feel like that would have been sick, but I guess, you know what, we can't have everything. Let's get that dude out of here.
No apologies.
Oh no!
God dang, dude. I think they've hit every single one. I think it's legitimately hit every attack, dude. What the heck? Come on. Like, I get I got lucky the last time, but god dang. What?
Was that too much?
Dude! I don't think they've missed a single attack. What the frick? Dude! Can you miss, please? Jesus! I'm gonna lose this because I haven't missed a single move. Like, what is this? Wait, how does it work? Do I just wait? Because it said I had to be adjacent to it. I assume there would have been a prompt. But maybe not.
Who's next?
Maybe there has to not be a monster next to it? Wait. Okay, I just had to wait.
We found them. Teach us. Emblem of the Academy.
Oh, you get all
Reunite
of
us.
those.
Emblem of Awakening. Sweep across. Emblem of Blazing.
Oh, and then I have to talk to him. Oh, anybody can. Oh, I assume that's who gets it then. Okay. So you still choose who gets them. So it's, Lynn, Violet, and Lucina. It's a good thing that, you know, Ivy's already dead, so I guess I'll get Veil Lyn for now.
At your service.
Oh, you... Oh, actually, I should probably attack this guy right here. Oh, is that a one-shot? That sure is a one-shot. Give me that.
My goodness, how awful!
Direct me.
Where's Ike? There's not Ike. Okay, Ike's down there. Got it.
Yunaka here.
Yeah, let me just use that.
Cheers!
Chuck a spear at him. Why do I miss the 60? Come on! Actually, yeah, I guess someone needs Byleth. I think it was, nah, Veil could probably get Byleth, like probably have Volgata get him or something like that. Oh, those are 100%. I was like, wait a minute. It's 100%. Makes sense. Okay, why do you all have 100% now? What the frick?
Can't believe.
Yeah, I might lose this. Because, you know, they just hit everything imaginable and crit on Ivy. So, you know, that was sick. Literally everything that could have gone wrong for me did that one turn. So, I guess this is karma for what happened that last one, but honestly, I feel like it's not even fair. Like, this karma isn't even fair, man.
I'm already working with an emblem.
That just wastes his... That just wasted his turn. Sweet. That's cool.
Help me to be my best.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna only have the emblems and not... I think I'm barely gonna make it out of here alive, if I'm gonna be honest. And it's gonna suck the less people I have, because that means then I'm gonna have to freaking... there we go.
A good fight.
So... Ugh. It's gonna mean I'm gonna have to take more turns up to,
If you don't mind, would you please come with me?
Alright.
Me first.
Oh! I missed one chain attack too, that would have one-shotted. I hate everything.
Go ahead.
Ugh. I don't even feel confident saying Yunaka in. Like, what's the highest avoid that she can get? Like, it was one of those, but it's only 2 higher. Like, I think it's freaking pointless if I do that. Ugh. Yeah, I might as well just heal her to full.
Thanks a lot.
Ow. Yeah, I don't think they've missed a single hit, by the way. Surprise, they just hit every attack here. Because honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how this one works. Oh, actually, they did miss. Never mind. Oh, you got reinforcements. So hate it. Actually, should definitely have Alear be moving, not. Yeah, whatever.
I'll cut you down to size. I won't let this go to my head.
Yeah, it was really just that I was getting like the worst possible luck is what was happening. That was freaking cool. Oh, freaking screw you, dude. Elgato cannot one-shot him. Sick. Demon, can you? Okay, you can. Yeah, get out of here.
Here.
Ow.
You put up a good fight.
Yeah, I guess they don't get the ability, so it's fine, honestly, if they don't have one. They might get buffs from them, but that's really about it. So it's not the worst thing in the world if I don't give people an emblem. Or like they die before they can get one. So it really just makes it so their attributes are higher. Have Yunaka, like, these guys go down and try to clear out the ones down here. Although I think these are the last few. Oh no, there's 3 down there. Never mind. Oh, why do you have to have daggers? Oh, really?
Here they are. Care for us. Emblem of Echoes.
That just worked.
Heal us. Emblem of Dawn.
I'm not even adjacent to it, okay. Oh, actually, she's right next to one I've been using, so.
What would we do without you? Will you fight at our side once more?
There you go, we got Micaiah. Mavir, I guess, will just... This is Celica, and... Yeah, Vale already has one, so I guess I'll give Mavir Celica. Because he's like the only one that makes sense.
I ask that you join me now.
You one-shot these, Vale? You do not. So let's not mess with them. Because all I need is just to get, the emblem rings. God, why do these guys have such good defense? What? Alright. Oh, Vale's still gonna get attacked, actually. Well. Yeah, that's not great. As much as I want Alear to attack him, I really can't, because, it ends when I get the emblem rings, and he's the only one that can do them, so... I literally have to have Alear just go towards the rings, pretty much. Like, pretty much you can only attack people for self-defense, honestly. Wait, are all my healers over there? Yeah. I probably should have moved one of them over to the other side. Whatever.
I'm ready to help.
Why do you do 30? Like, why? Come on! Can I freaking dodge something? It's getting annoying that they're just hitting every single time. Okay, there we go. Jesus.
Another kill for me.
Oh yeah, yep, you definitely would want that. Oh wait, I can... Going over there is worthless anyway, I just wasted Demon's turn. Basically, so that's cool. Yeah, I don't think anybody else can attack that guy. Sick.
Give me an order.
Was that too much?
They'll say, what happened with Dima is what happens when you don't care to look at the map. Until it's too late. Yeah. I mean, I think it would do more damage if I got a crit, but I think I should worry about doing this. Hey, we're actually dodging some stuff now. All right.
I am ready.
Alien, how about you heal Mav here?
Thank you. No problem.
He still gets one shot? It's exactly enough. I freaking... Why is this always an ongoing trend with this freaking game? It's that it does exactly enough. Like, it feels intentional. It probably is, which is why, but like... It just feels intentional. If I run away... Well, then Diamant's just gonna be not a great spot. I assume the poison, though, would do damage to Lapis. I guess I'll try this, but...
I will protect everyone! It's yours!
Okay, she'll be fine. Unless this guy can also attack, which he might be able to. He might be able to reach.
I have failed.
Hey, good thing I freaking healed him. That magic dude can attack, that's not great. Okay, he can.
Here we go. Fight on. Emblem of Radiance. Provide for us. Emblem of the Holy War. Restore calm. Emblem of the Sacred.
And there they all are. That's Roy, right? Or no, that's Ike, I'm dumb. Bigger than Erica.
Good thing I found you. Let's stick together, alright?
Yeah, I think Diamant and Yunaka are the only... Yeah, they're the only two that don't have an emblem. So... Which I have Ike, and I'm gonna give Ike back to Diamant. Yeah, it actually does increase their bond, too. Their eternal bond, Badoom Ching.
Count on me.
Naturally.
Why? Like, why? I just hate everything about this. If I'm gonna be honest, I just hate everything about this. Actually, how much damage does he do, Yunaka? He has 30, okay. I think Saline can actually heal Yunaka and it'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Big help.
Sweet. Saline's luck's
Whatever you
pretty
need.
good. Okay. Hey, you know what? It's always good to have insurance, because especially with how this mission's been going, it's especially a good idea to have insurance. Oh, that's good against Calvary. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have
I'm okay.
Ooh, I think Lapis is dead. Yep.
No,
Well,
I'm down.
that's not great. God, Sailing, you do no damage. Okay, it does exactly enough.
Remember this.
Like to Sigurd.
I am already under an emblem's protection, but I can, in turn, protect this ring.
And also, yeah, probably heal Diamant there.
I owe you one.
Right away.
Bam. Because of course you have a ranged lance. Why wouldn't you? I'm almost done though. I just need these three, and I assume just basically talk to them, and then I win. Oh, I guess they still have their passive abilities they give to
I believe I am in the
the unit, but they don't give obviously you can't engage with them. Oh, I can't use it. Dang. Okay. Dang, he's got a lot of resistance. Oh great, now there's wyverns. Actually, can he get the wyverns? Oh, okay. We're just gonna move on then. And just not worry about it. And sick. This is another one I thought would take shorter than it has. They probably go after Alear too. They probably target him.
Yes.
I think I'll take this dude out.
Have I made a difference?
Because Mavier is basically gonna die, so I'm just gonna do that. Make it so he takes out somebody. Oh, and do some damage, heck yeah. Yeah. Dang. They missed so many 80s, man.
I can't.
Ow. Now he's poisoned, man. Why? Okay, thank God. God, you knock, you're just not doing a great job of dodging stuff. But you are a thief, so I would expect you to be, you know, somewhat decent at that.
Bring your power to bear, and stand next to me now.
Get out of here.
I will not forget your loss.
Oh, hey, I can activate him. Sweet.
Now, please show yourself. Rise up, emblem of binding. Free us, emblem of genealogy. Bear your fangs, emblem of fates.
Yunaka here.
Yep, we're just gonna do that.
I've got you. Come on, let's go.
Oh, she can get 2 for the price of 1.
Can't engage with more than one emblem, but I won't just leave it lying here. I'll take it for now.
Actually, I think I win here. Hang on, because I think Fogata can talk the other one. Sweet. Heck yeah, baby.
Glad you're okay. We can't engage right now, but I'll hold on to you. Come with me.
Bam.
That's all of the rings.
Nailed it. Oh, now I gotta kill. Why? Why would you taunt me like this, game? I thought I was freaking done. Ugh. I swear Valyr's gonna die because of this turn. That's freaking dumb. That's a douche move. Yeah, jerk move to just be like, oh yeah, get all the rings, and it's like, yeah, I got all the rings, and it's like, now you gotta beat them all. That's rude. cool. There we go. I assume reinforcements no longer spawn then.
You dare? Ah!
Has all
Well,
the fight for
Bailey's also the one that's died quite a bit. Yeah, soul baby. Oh, come on. Why do you know healing spells? Why? Any critic. Why? Just why, man?
Okay.
Come on. You can get out of here. Screw you.
I'm sorry.
Ugh. You're poisoned now, screw you. I'm just gonna get rid of this dude because Vale can take out the other two.
Dream well.
Or at least if she gets broken by one of them, it won't matter.
Tell me what to do.
I guess she'll get broken by both of them because she can't one-shot, so that's great.
Let's go.
Yeah, get out of here. Actually, I should have definitely gotten rid of the
Put up a good fight.
mage. That was dumb. I don't know why I went after that dude. That was very stupid of me. God dang it. They both had melees and all my guys are weak against that. And get freaking broken by it. Except for Lear and Diamant. And then he just got broken by a lance. Dang. Wow, he's dodging those heavy hitting attacks, which I'm grateful for. And he's getting soul a lot, so that's also great. Ow. Oh shoot, now he's boxed in, so he actually can't get the mage this time. God dang it. Oh, what? What is that garbage, dude?
I'm falling back.
I freaking... I'm punching you. I'm so upset. Actually, this kills and also is a 97, so I should do this probably. Get out of here.
I had to stop you.
Also, why is the sword lord has a higher chance to hit than the freaking your fist? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess he is a wyvern rider, so I guess that could make sense, but like, I don't know. Alright, so these guys over here are dealt with. Now it's just the guys over by Diamant.
Glad we met.
Do I still have a healer? Actually, I don't think I do. I think both my healers are dead, so let's hope I can make it through this.
I can keep going.
I think I can. Yeah, I think Diamant's gonna get basically like 3 of these guys out, probably.
Remember this.
Yeah, there's probably only gonna be the mage left. God dang it. I think he still lives as long as they don't attack with the axe. Wait, he dodged it again. And this guy's dead, so that works.
You put up a good fight.
Give him some more levels. Yeah, I assume the recommended level is gonna be way higher than compared to this one, because actually I'm gonna send these guys over first. Just in case for some reason Lear would take like 50 damage from a freaking spell or something stupid like that.
Remember this.
Alright. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Famous last words. Yeah, that does 20. Famous last words.
Here until the end.
Yeah, he doesn't one-shot, so, get him with that axe. Bam. And now man can't counterattack. And you're getting punched.
I'm here.
Bam. Boom. Bam.
Dream well.
I said boom because I thought he was gonna do way more than that, and he just, he didn't. Alright, that game was a little rough, especially since, you know, I didn't dodge like the first like 12 attacks or something like that. And then the game gave pity on on me with the Daemon dodging 3 like 6s in a row. It took pity on me.
That's it. I've summoned the emblems, and we fended off our enemies.
What a relief.
I think I'd better apologize. To both of you.
What for?
Doubting what you said. I thought this was all one of Sombron's tricks, a way to turn us against each other. But when we fought together, I knew it was you. Our ally. Our friend.
Corrupted or not, I am glad you returned.
Thank you all for placing your trust in me.
And thanks to Lady Vale. We couldn't have won without you.
Yes. Wresting back control of yourself. Reviving the Divine Dragon. You did much today. If not for your efforts, we'd probably be dead.
Thank you. I did what I could.
Now we're all together again. Huh?
What's the matter?
I can't move.
What? No.
I'm vanishing.
I knew this was a risk, but it wasn't supposed to happen so soon. I gave you all the power I could. It should have been enough. Unless... Oh no. Summoning the emblems must have drained you.
I didn't realize.
It's all right. I'll try again. Hang on. Guardians of the Underworld. Cast aside the rules that govern life and death. Your body is rejecting my power. I can't take any more.
Thank you for trying, Vale. But it seems my time has come. It's all right. The 12 emblems are here. With their help, I know you'll be able to stop Sombron.
No, you can't leave. You said we'd save the world together.
I'm sorry. You'll have to do that without me. At least I was useful in the end. I can die knowing you're all safe. If only I could fight to the end with you. My friends.
Brother!
Okay, the sound effect got me.
We got the rings back. We're all together.
God, these freaking hard-hitting moments, they just keep getting ruined for me.
I wish I could have finished the mission Mother gave me. I wish I could see the world come to peace. But all I see is...
Darkness. Is another one of his memories gonna be reignited?
Light.
Dragon Child. You desire the power to fight. To the end. Alongside everyone.
Marth?
I didn't even know that was Marth, honestly. And he's dead.
Dragon Child, you who fought bravely even after death. Would you rise once more?
I want to fight. It can't end here. No matter how hard it may be, I have to continue until the world is safe. I must fight. Like the emblems have!
I have heard your wish. And thus, our power is yours.
Oh, is this when the Lear becomes an emblem? Oh god, it's a ghost. He's being possessed. Yep, I think he's an emblem now. Yep. He's all blue now.
The 12 emblems must have granted their power.
Beautiful.
How did this...
It's the pan up of his surprised face.
Before your slumber, I made you a promise. I said I'd give you a birthday present that suited you perfectly.
Oh, is that what she gave Alear?
I always knew this day would come.
That ring?
A very happy birthday to you.
So, this ring...
That has become your emblem ring. Marth! Lumera's power was held in that ring. You have restored the power of the Divine Dragon. She must have known this day would come. The day of your rebirth.
I was dead. And now look at me, I feel... new. What do you mean, emblem ring?
Your life was saved by the combined power of 12 rings, making you the 13th emblem. The Fire Emblem.
I'm the 13th emblem? The Fire Emblem?
It always has to come back to the title, just in one way. That's how these series these can be part of the same series.
That's right. And that is your emblem ring, much like the rings that house our spirits.
We emblems have only ever been spirits, but you had a physical form. Perhaps this is now why you seem unique among us.
And it's like I was never corrupted.
Your power as an emblem dwells in the ring, just as dragons imbue their power into stones. Though you died, you are now reborn as an emblem with a new body.
But how?
Is this the miracle they were talking about?
Sombron used your power. I thought you could only grant it once every 1,000 years.
I assume this is the miracle.
The 12 rings have another power. One we kept secret.
And what's that?
Now that you're an emblem, we can finally reveal the truth.
We have always been able to perform the miracle at any time.
To use it, we all had to be together and agree on who deserved the miracle.
So that means
Yes, we all agreed we wished to fight alongside you.
We could do this once and never again. Not in all the thousands of years ahead.
What's more, this will be the last gift that we will ever give this world.
This took all of our future power. It was worth it to fight alongside you now.
This is the first time we emblems have shared the same wish. For this. For you.
Everyone. You...
This was the only way we could save you. No one returns from death. Now, being an emblem is perhaps not what you desired. I hope we have done the right thing.
I've died twice. I didn't expect to be back again. So, thank you. My friends and I will do our best to protect this world. I'll make the most of what you've done. Oh, and Marth, I'm so glad to see you again. I'm sorry we were separated in Elusia. It's been so long since then.
Oh, it was barely a blink compared to your years of slumber. It's good to see you, my fellow emblem.
I mean, he's not wrong. Was it like a few days or something like that compared to 1,000 years?
Yes, my fellow emblem.
Glad to have you back, Divine One.
Don't even think about dying again. You hear me?
I don't think I could survive losing you a third time.
How I prayed at the end to be with you again. We all were, and now, here we are.
And you're an emblem. I look forward to seeing what you can do.
I'm sorry I worried you all. I'm not going anywhere ever again. I am with you now, all the way to the end.
Now we'll always be together.
Vale, without you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
No, you saved my life too, remember? I should be thanking you.
What is this? An earthquake?
No. This is something far different. A greater force is in motion. Something is happening in Gradlon.
Let's look.
Let's go look out a window.
What in the world? What's all that in the middle of the sea?
Oh yeah, he was kind of dead for this the whole time.
Gradlon. It's back.
I forgot about that.
A portal is opening in the sky. Soon Sombron will set out to invade other worlds.
We have to stop him.
I wish we could,
Oh.
but there's a barrier in the way.
Wait, Alir's just back to his physical form now? I guess they did say he had a physical form, but they just was like, alright, yeah, no, you're back in your physical form now.
Yes. And it's covering the entire continent. The power that must have taken. Papa doesn't want us to interfere with his plans.
How do we break through?
We will need to destroy the Felldragon shards that are sustaining the barrier. But I don't know where to find them.
I can help.
You can?
I feel... I guess you'd call it a vortex of Felldragon power, building up in Gradlon. I think there are 2 of them. No, 3. Follow me.
We'll destroy the Felldragon shards and shatter the barrier. To Gradlon!
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to end it on that cliffhanger. So, Jesus. I should also check for supports and bonds, probably. That'd be a good idea. So I'm gonna check for those. Hey, there's some more stuff happening now. Is that Mars Paralog then, I assume? Or is that Mars Paralog? Didn't we have 11 of them? Oh, yeah, no, Alir has a Paralog. I forgot about that. Yep. Nope, I think this is Alir's Paralog. Yeah. I think that's Alir's Paralog. And yeah, that's Marth. Okay. But I should check for supports. Yeah, there's just a few. There's just a few supports, you know. Wow, you're not gonna get a single one. No, I can have an Alir is gonna have an A with Lapis. Yeah, I guess we're probably gonna have another 15 minutes of supports, baby.
Hello, Divine One. I have something for you.
Are these crafting tools?
Yep. You said you wanted to learn crafting, and you can't practice without a set of your own.
Thank you for these.
I should be thanking you, really. I've been down on myself for a long time. You helped me shake some of that off. Your kind words about my crafting skills made me feel more confident in myself.
Good. You really are amazing, Lapis. I watched you make that weighted pack like it was nothing. I still have a lot to learn from you.
Okay. I could show you how to make a rake.
A rake? What would we use that for?
Harvesting taters.
Taters?
Yeah, I can make a rake that works on all kinds. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, Brodian yams.
Why did you say taters like that?
Brodian yams?
Well, Brodia isn't the name, but they can grow everywhere. I even found a few near here. They're so sweet when you boil them. Now I want some. Let's get started on that rake.
Amazing. Like I said, I still have a lot to learn from you, Lapis.
Okay. Why do you say taters like that? I don't understand. Oh. Oh. Right, Alir's kind of an emblem now. I forgot about that. Vale and Alir.
Vale? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you really okay?
I really am. I mean, it was strange. Taking corrupted form and waking up from that. But I'm fine now. And it's all thanks to you, Vale.
I'm relieved. I also wanted to apologize for everything I've done. Everything I did in the past.
It seemed like a 4C support to me.
So many people died. And it's because of me. I was too weak. It's my fault they're dead. I know I can't be forgiven. Not completely. But if you could, even just a little, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Vale, it wasn't your fault. The Fell Dragon was controlling you. He's to blame, not you. You say you're weak, but it was your strength that freed you from him. That's impressive.
Thank you. I'll get stronger too. Like I said before, I want to be a dragon like you. Ready to save the world. And I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. I just hope you'll help me.
Absolutely. That's what a big brother is for. I'll do anything I can to help you. It's the least I can do to make up for not being around. Don't worry. I'm right beside you, little sister. We can do this together.
Yes, we can.
I was gonna say, it probably increases their bond, doesn't it? Yep, it does. Alright, Diamond, Alfred.
Hey there, Prince Diamant.
Prince Alfred, are you on your way to another workout session?
Yep. I thought I'd ask if you wanted to tag along. Is this a bad time?
It's a great time. I was just getting ready for some exercise myself.
Nice. So let's head on over. That all you got?
Hardly. Let's see how you handle this!
I'm ready to call it a day.
I think I am too. That was really great. It's funny. I never thought I'd end up crossing swords with a rival prince outside of a battlefield.
While smiling at that. It was a good workout.
I know our kingdom signed a non-aggression pact, but I never pictured this as an outcome. It was nice.
Come on, you can do better than it was nice. What about this? It was better than I could have dreamed. That's the way I'd put it.
That sounds about right. If our countries hadn't become allies in this war, we wouldn't have been able to spar together. I suppose that's something to be thankful for.
There you go, that's thinking positive.
It's nice to think that the two of us will come out of this war as friends.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not so sure that's possible. Things won't always be like this.
They won't?
Afraid not. By the time the war's over, we'll be even better buddies!
I like the way you think, Prince Alfred.
Alright. Okay, I got 2, and both with the female characters, so this should go well.
Well, hello, Princess Saline. You're looking gorgeous as ever.
Thank you, Prince Fogato.
So, what do you say? Want to have that cup of tea? It's time we got to know each other.
Is that wise?
Oh, come on. You're still mulling it over? I guess you can't help being closed off. You are Firenese, after all.
As I said, we have a distaste for risk.
Yeah, but it's not just that.
Oh? What else?
Firenese's farming industry is so robust, you don't need to keep reserves, let alone import goods. And that's a good thing, don't get me wrong. But self-sufficiency has made you folks a bit unsociable, if you ask me. Your gates are shut so tight, they might as well be walls.
Interesting. When put that way, we do seem a bit isolated, don't we? Very well. I accept your invitation. I'll prove to you that the Firenese people are in no way walled off. Rather, the generosity fostered by our pastoral ways makes us exceptionally accommodating.
Good for you, Princess Saline. Taking it upon yourself to prove Firene isn't a hermit kingdom. I respect that.
It's also a chance for me to gain a glimpse of the secret to your prosperity. Such as the way you curry favor with foreign nobility to pry information out of them.
I won't deny it. As a prince, I occasionally have no choice but to mix business and pleasure. But no ulterior motives today, I promise. Just tea and friendly conversation.
That would be lovely. I look forward to it, Prince of Solm.
And Hortensia.
Hey, miss. Are you out here by yourself?
There's Prince Fogado, talking to some lady. Hitting on her too by the look of it. Some prince? I'm gonna put a stop to this. You were helping her carry stuff? That's it?
Yeah, of course. Why did you get so angry?
I'm sorry. I didn't think you were actually helping people out here.
I told you that I patrol around town. That's what I do on patrol. Help people.
I guess I'm sorry for doubting you.
Nah, that's alright. I'm used to it.
If that's the case, I suppose I'll join you.
Really? Great. What time will you join me for tea then?
Join you in helping people, doofus.
Oh, that's what you meant. Well, alright then. I look forward to it.
He got hit with a doofus on that one. Pale and Tamara.
I thought I was going to die. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did die. Twice! I screamed so hard I lost my voice at one point.
Man, that's... Yeah, you really did then, okay.
So, what'd you think of your first time tearing it up on Wolfback?
It was exciting, but mostly terrifying.
You're such a kidder, Lady Vale.
But I'm not kidding. Not even a little bit. It's a miracle I'm still alive. In fact, I can't believe I am alive.
Takes your mind off everything, though, right? Couldn't...
I guess you could say that.
Nice. Just, what was that, 3? 3.
Good. You looked a little tense earlier. I thought this might be a good way to unwind.
I do sometimes wonder if it's okay for me to be here with all of you.
I hear ya. But next time you start feeling like that, you let me know, alright? We can tear it up to the horizon and back.
Okay, I will. And Tamara, thank you.
They all been like a sudden like cut the bike like that one was? How often sailing wasn't I?
What are you doing there, Alfred? Digging another well? Or is this more training?
Something like that. Trying to keep up my health, you know? Yeah. If I train hard enough, then... I won't suffer like I used to.
Alfred? What's wrong?
Don't worry, Saline. It's just an attack. It'll pass soon.
An attack? Is it your old illness?
I was doing so well. That part of my life was supposed to be long gone.
Wait here. I'll fetch someone at once.
No, stop!
What? Why should I?
I don't want anyone to see me like this. Not our allies, the emblems, or the Divine Dragon. I can't let them see this. A weak prince unfit to fight who could collapse any day?
None of them would see you that way. They're far too gracious for that.
But I would still know. And besides, I don't want them to worry about me. As far as they're concerned, I want to be the spirited prince who loves working out. Just let me rest for a while. I'll be fine. Please, Saline.
Very well. But know that if your condition ever worsens, I will seek help.
Thanks. Having a sister like you is true happiness, if you ask me.
That's your idea of true happiness? Don't be absurd.
Well, what about you then? What brings you true happiness?
Nothing.
Really? You've got good friends, you got your health, and none of that does it?
I take joy in those things, to be sure, but I don't value happiness as a life goal. After all, what if I found it? Then my whole life afterward would be spent looking fondly back.
Really? Even if something better comes along?
The possibility that it never will is terrifying. I couldn't bear it. I've always yearned for happiness and saw only misery. Like the day I fled from the castle. If Firene had fallen, or Mother died, or you were lost to us, I wondered, how would I respond? And now this? If things get worse and you have to leave, what will I... How can I...
Hey, I'm not gonna die, okay? I'll be fine if I stick with my training.
You really do have the mind of a barbarian. If only you had the body to match.
I'll get there. That's why I work out. Whoa, Saline, look! You see that four-leaf clover?
Where?
Right by your foot. There you go. A small joy.
A small joy. That takes me back. We often sought such things when we were younger. At that age, I was better at it than you. I wonder when you surpassed me.
Talking to you makes me feel better. Chalk up another small joy for me.
I'm not certain that counts, but I'm relieved to hear that the worst has passed.
Let me make it up to you, Saline. I'll find lots of little joys and bring them to you. I can't promise everything will be fine with me, but we can prop each other up. For Firene.
Yes, Alfred. I will support you in anything. Whatever else happens, we can make sure we return to Firene. Together.
That one was a long one. I guess it was an A support, so it makes sense. Saline and Mavia.
Princess Saline, may I ask you something?
You may.
Are you aware of a hill in Firene where a lone broadleaf tree stands?
A lone broadleaf tree. None spring to mind. Why do you ask?
I do not know if you are aware, but I was born in Firene. Throughout my childhood, my family would travel to that hillside. The name of the region eludes me, but I will always remember the beauty of that scenery. I wish to visit that place again, if I can.
My goodness. I had no idea that you hailed from Firene. But you've given me little to go on when it comes to the site in question.
I apologize. I realize now how little information I have to offer for the search. I have wonderful memories of my days there. Sometimes, I can almost smell the air.
You carry a profound emotional attachment to this place, don't you? Very well. I cannot abandon the plight of a native Firenese friend so easily. I shall do what I can to help you. As Princess of Firene, I vow to find this place from your memories.
Thank you, Princess Saline.
That was a quick one. I think they just get longer though, the higher support's supposed to be. Goldmary and Pennette. I think there's two more doing this one.
Goldmary, I hear you are quite the chef.
I certainly am. I'm sorry to say, to the chagrin of all lesser cooks, my talent in the kitchen has no equal. I feel the envy of others weighing heavily on me, but I suppose that is the price of greatness.
Marvelous! Well then, being such an expert, might you be willing to teach me?
Maybe. Why?
To my great shame, I know nothing of the culinary arts. As a servant of the royal family, I ought to have some facility in the kitchen, don't you think?
Naturally. But giving you my culinary secrets would mean more competition for me.
I assure you, I do not wish to steal your thunder. All I want is to please the boss.
If it's purely for the Crown Princess, all right. Out of respect for your devotion, I'll do it. I will gather up the ingredients. Be ready to get started next time we meet.
Thank you. I will not forget this kindness.
There's one more, I think. Oh, it's Hortensia and Ivy. Damn. E.
Ivy, do you remember much about my mother?
Of course. She was quite memorable.
Maybe you could tell me a little about her? What do you remember most?
My clearest memory is her smile. My mother hated all of Father's other women. Your mother especially. So she was badly mistreated by my mother and by all who sought her favor. Yet even through all of that, she never seemed to stop smiling.
Yeah.
By her charm and wits, she eventually won even my mother over. She turned her biggest enemy into a friend through sheer determination. It left a powerful impression on me. It made me realize how strong a parent can be for a child.
How strong?
Yes. It seems to me your mother fought those battles to carve out a niche for you.
For me?
Yes. She was the sort of person who shone a light on everyone who knew her. And you were the reason she shined so bright.
This was something I needed to hear. Thank you, Ivy.
Also, I was like dead on with the 15-minute thing. I mean, I do need to do these bonds, but I was pretty much dead on with that.
Lucina, you came from a harsh world, right? I was wondering, what did you eat to survive?
We had rationed food, so we ate that for a time. Hunting was also an option. We even ate bears.
Really? I do that too! Sometimes I... Oh, wait, sorry. That must have been hard. I didn't...
It's okay, Lapis. I'm happy something like that can bring us closer together. Tell me more.
Okay, it seems like the A ones actually have a little more to them. Hortensia and Celica.
Your charm may rival my own emblem, Celica, but I will not be outclassed so easily.
You don't need to compare yourself to me, Hortensia. Your charm is totally unique.
And then there was one more. What was it? It was Lynn and Ivy getting an A.
Being an emblem's not so bad, but at times I wish I could wander the world more freely.
It took leaving my country altogether for me to realize how much I had been missing. I have no easy solution for you. Perhaps we could take walks together, for a start?
Oh, that'd be great! Thank you, Ivy. I'm glad I can confide in you about things like this.
Yeah, there's actually a little bit of back and forth once they get A. Which actually, I probably do need to put the emblem rings on people. Okay, so it did just give them that, so I'm gonna have to change a few. I'm gonna give Ivy Lynn back.
Lynn!
Javier. Yeah, Lear's just, he's just there, you know? Oh, is his freaking main sword actually gonna be useful? That'd be nice. What does Leaf do? I think I'll give him Leaf.
Sir Leaf.
Yeah, I'll give Celica.
Celica! Let's go!
I think I'll give Roy back to me.
Roy!
I'm with you!
And Hortensio. Yeah, I guess you could buy those back.
Together!
Together. Now forget Sigurd.
Sigurd! I am ready.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. I was like almost dead on with the 30-minute, or not 30, 15-minute prediction there. Actually, how much levels do I need? 14? Everybody's level on average? Okay, well, Alir's a little under-leveled. That's interesting. Vales is interesting, although they're like a similar level, so I assume they're decently leveled. Why is the speed so low? Wait, okay. Yeah, I might have to do a few battles just to level them up a little bit. But yeah, that'll do it. So I stream every Sundays at 1:30. Those are playthroughs games. Guess what? Still engaged. And this, you're watching it. What chapter is it also? 23 out of 26. So I got 23, 24, 25, 26. Got 4 more. And I assume the last 2 are just gonna be back-to-back. Because this game's already done it twice. Maybe 3 times. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be... almost assuredly it's gonna be a back-to-back for me. Because that's how it was in Fates, and I assume they would just do that. And they never make it so you save the freaking last level. You know. That makes sense. What I will do, though, is I'll probably do 2 of these at a time now. How many more of these paralogs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 of these left. I guess I'll do 2 at a time and then see where I'm at. Because I did 2 paralogs and then I basically just did this. Because it was worth 2. So yeah. Sure is Sundays at 1:30. Still engaged, and we're still going probably for definitely into March. Because actually, yeah, February ends in 2 days. Good job, me. But definitely into March. Probably mid to late March. Although I don't know, the paralogs would definitely cut into it. Maybe it could be first week of April it ends. That could be very possible. But I also, you know, if I feel like it, stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 7:30. And if I feel bad, I'm probably gonna stream on Saturday then. If I feel bad and don't stream at all that week. I really should get back to streaming 3 times a week. I've just been doing 2, I think, ever since Engages came out. I've stopped doing 3 a week. Yeah, I probably should get back to doing that. You can see all my past streams at youtube.com/IronColdVods. And then if you're watching the VODs, my Twitch and Twitter is IronColdSteveAustin. So, see you all maybe Wednesday. I don't think I've streamed on a Wednesday and since Engage has come out. Or like the week before it came out. Which has been over a month. So yeah. See you then. Maybe. Bye.